Okay. So if you guys are logged in, you'll see that I have updated your summary with some of the stuff from the murder mysteries that you're presently dealing with. So hopefully that is helpful to you. Feel free to take a brief moment to read that over.
It's so weird having a monitor running at 144 hertz. Like, everything is, like, weird and smooth and...
Oh man,
Yeah.
you're really dealing with a real clunker.
It's first world
before.
problems
Yeah, right?
over here.
Really
I'm
dealing
not
with like
complaining
a...
at all. It's just... It's strange when you're used to, you know...
60.
A full start
and
computer.
Just for my sake, can you guys tell me what experience points you have recorded right now? What's your total?
I
think we...
In my YPCG, I have 10,021.
Okay, that's what I show as well.
too.
Okay.
That is probably right.
Alrighty, sounds good, fam. Let's move you over to Tamrivena.
$15,000.
They're currently
So-
level 4, 15,000
Yeah.
to level 5.
Yeah, on the core page there. Too bad it doesn't auto-update, that'd be neat. Like if you type in a number that equals what it considers 5th level, it would just immediately up to the next.
It looks like you guys are hanging out in the tavern here. I believe you had just received the stolen documents, and you were kind of planning out what you wanted to do next. I don't actually remember what time of day it is, so I think we'll say that it's probably late afternoon.
It's the next day. This is the second day we've been in Tamrivena. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know that what I was interested in was going to talk to Orlin Thel and consulting him about this mysterious plot of land that his I assume father or grandfather bought. And I'm concerned about
Was
lady...
Orland, I don't have Orland's name written down. Was Orland her father?
Orland is the guy in the notes.
Yeah, he's
Montague
on
He was
notes.
the
bought
one
the
who
land.
purchased, and then
gave it to his son.
yeah.
His son Orland.
He received
right.
it 30
Yes.
years ago.
Oh yes, that was in the summary. Yep. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't remember if we got his name before, but...
You
I think it
didn't.
was
Right.
That's why I didn't
Yeah.
recognize it, because I actually
yeah.
just pulled that today.
Yeah, I think it was in the piece of paper, or in the papers that we received. But we weren't
It looks like you guys
specifically
wrote
told that.
some notes in chat last time about what your plan was for next time. I believe there was some debate over whether or not to actually talk to Zanessa because you were worried about getting caught with the stolen documents.
My notes for today are punch a ghost, so I leave it to you guys.
Great. I still think that that Leopold's plan is probably the safest. Just burn this fucker down.
I was about to say, are we talking about the plan that involves like a lot of gunpowder? Because safe is not on that menu.
And so we know that the girls' names were carved with regards from K. Is there any way that do they have like a constabulary around here, or somewhere that might have like records of the victims?
They do have a constabulary, yes.
Okay.
If I recall, the constabulary was like super corrupt and hated outsiders, and everyone kind of like looked away when they walked by. Sort of.
Not so much
corrupt,
the constabulary.
The wall people are, but they seem to be a separate
the
entity.
West Guard, I believe they're called.
Okay.
Or
so
no, the
people
Wall
patrolling
Guard.
the
Sorry,
street.
the Wall Guard.
Okay.
They are also the West Guard. They're guarding from the
Yes.
to the west. Yeah, what I'm thinking is like, I wonder if there's a common thread between these seemingly random women. And if there's something else going on.
Perhaps where they were coming from?
Yeah, we know that one of them was from Nathra's village, so she was one of the Adimaru, or whatever the fuck they're called in this world. Nobody read Name of the Wind, huh? Oh man, you guys are missing out. Those books are so good.
I have it on audiobook.
Dude, the audiobooks are really good, and for what it's worth, I thought the second book was way better than the first one. And everybody loved the first one. Yeah, my plan was to talk to Zanessa, but I would be equally pleased to speak to Orlin Thel. Is there a way that I could like canvass around to ask around for if anybody knows where the Thel residence is?
Well, you guys do spend a lot of time in the bar. You can ask the barkeep that you've bribed very well.
Yeah.
Yes, our friendly bartender.
Barkeep. What was his name?
Does he have a name?
I don't know if we ever got his name.
Barkeep.
I'm pretty sure at this point we know his name and he knows ours.
And
You know what? From henceforth, his name is Jackin.
Jackin.
Just jacking it.
Oh, God. Barkeep Jackin.
So he's no one?
That's the idea.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Glad you caught that.
Yeah.
Think I
I
know
didn't
the
get
killer
Ryan's.
is, boys. Think I know who the
Sex jokes
assassin
before
is.
Game of Thrones jokes.
So, just for clarity, you guys rested since you got the stolen documents?
We got them that night. I'm assuming that we would have rested shortly afterwards.
Right.
Okay.
I think we would've just
so
slept
this
at
is
night.
now day 32, 29th of Neth.
Wait, so we received the documents at night the following day?
The first
that
day.
we got
The
here?
first day, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got that Amazon same day delivery.
Yeah,
we
you
got that
did.
drone delivery.
I mean, for getting it the same day, like, that makes the 15 gold or whatever that we coughed up
Hell
totally
yeah.
worth.
With Therazon Prime.
Yep.
Oh my god.
that was a callback. Alright. Yeah, I think that's accurate. Oh, we have two Xenocises. Xenocide.
If you kill him, it's a xenocide.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. I'll ask the barkeep if he knows where the Thel residence is.
Oh, do you mean Constable Thel?
He's a constable. Orland? Constable
Oh,
Orland Thel?
Orland. I don't know any Orland.
There's a constable Thel. Could you give me some information about him? Is he related to
The counselor?
the council lady Thel?
Oh, yes he is. He's her uncle, if I remember correctly.
Interesting.
And as soon as your DM finds his name, he can give it to you.
Ah,
Yes, we can-
Constable Thel will be fine.
Yeah, we'll roll
For
with
now.
that for now until I find it.
Probably like
But I'll give it to you, I
Dorland.
promise.
or Corland Thel.
He lost it under his piles of interweaving plot involving menus.
Dude, I get it. I fucking weave like fucking intricate plots and then forget to give PCs names. I'm like, alright, well, I should probably have done that.
If only we had a podcast with listeners.
Fucking amateurs.
You should just make a list of fantasy names that you like and just like have it. And then if you forget to name someone, you just go and take someone off that list and...
Well, I have a name generator, but
idea.
since I have like the book, I figure use the actual names. But yeah, maybe it's better for narrative if I just make up names if I can't find them.
Well, I'd be interested to speak to this Constable Fell. I suspect he might be involved in this plot. What are the odds that a constable related to the family that we know is concerned with this plot of land where all these bodies are being dropped, and a councilwoman? I mean, the Fells clearly have a lot of power in Tamrivena, and we know that for some reason all the higher-ups are covering up this series of murders.
Say what now? The barkeep seems very startled.
I didn't say that to him.
Oh, okay.
to my group.
Okay.
Who I think is just staring back at me right now.
Are you in your little back room, or are you out like in the bar floor?
Oh yeah, we've totally bribed this guy to like let us use a back room.
Yeah, we already did that.
So we can talk freely. What was the plan?
It wasn't a plan, it was a discussion.
Whatever our plan becomes, we should tread carefully. It wouldn't do well to irritate both the constabulary and the government.
That's a good point. At this moment, they don't actually know that we know anything about this.
I signed to my friends that perhaps we can find a way to spin this as if we heard it as a rumor?
It's possible. They do have quite a few loose-lipped teens in this city.
Oh my god.
Like the ones you've been trying to have join the constabulary?
Plea invents a sign.
That was totally wrong.
Because, like, he's never made that sign before. Like, it doesn't exist in the language that he uses. So he invents a sign for youths that is just like a really...
Shaking your fist?
Really shitty gang sign. Like, super shitty.
God.
It's supposed to be like blood, but it looks like blurp.
Jeez. Alright, yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Does anybody else have any other plans?
At the moment, we've really only got the one lead, don't we?
I think that's sort of true.
I agree with Leopold. We're kind of running on a one-trick pony right now, so let's see where it goes.
The potential delicacy of this...
I thought I recalled... Sorry, go ahead.
Given the potential delicacy of this, considering it's a powerful family, perhaps we should have an escape route.
That's a good idea.
To get out of town quickly.
Perhaps we should have a boat set up, maybe on like the eastern side of town near the water that we can scarper to.
Bribe another fisherman for like retirement money.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What is this?
I don't think you know, but you could probably see it from outside the bar.
Looks like some docks.
With a keen eye. Yeah, 300 feet, you can probably see that.
1 sec. Roll Sonny's being weird. Well, okay, Havelock sees it.
Yeah, you see, like, every goddamn plank. In fact, you think one of the boards is probably rotten and needs changed.
I was just gonna say that. I see they use nails on this deck instead of screws. Terrible idea. They always come up after a few years.
Rookie mistake.
Very rookie mistake.
I'm just imagining how hard nails would be to actually, like, nails would be easy. Screws would be fucking difficult as hell to make for a blacksmith.
Yeah, they would be incredibly difficult. But
I don't know that screws exist in that use until...
Oh, I'm sure they don't.
Until, like lathes were invented.
Yeah.
But, yes. A dock.
It's just a dock. Are there any, like, boats of note on there or anything? Perhaps the SS Jones.
What time of day is it? It's probably early morning. Or middle morning, probably like 10 a.m. Yeah, I think you can see some boats out like on the water, but there's none parked there.
Okay.
I signed to my friends that perhaps this evening before the sun sets, when the boats are coming in, we might want to consider investigating and bribing one of the boatsmen to be a possible escape route.
I'm not in the habit of... Well, actually, I am in the habit of running away from fights. Actually, I'm not in the habit of running away from fights. I'm just in the habit of screaming in utter terror during the fights.
I look at Havelock and say it's not that we'd be running away from a fight, we'd be running away from possible imprisonment for crimes that we've committed here.
It seems like most of the crimes result in or death.
I think we could tread carefully. I'm an inquisitor after all. I mean, this is what I do. I inquisit. So let's inquisit the constabulary.
Perhaps the constabulary will be more forthcoming with information than the council was, too.
Could be. Doesn't seem super likely, but could be.
Jack, and where is the constabulary?
He says that it's out on the east side of town where the road makes a point.
Ah.
Big building, can't miss it.
Is it this building? Fuck.
Yeah. Yep, it's that one.
Why is it not?
Just walked to.
It's not. I'm not getting. I can't ping.
You have mouse tool out.
There it goes. That's weird.
Yeah, give me all those mouth sounds.
There it goes. Okay. Yeah, I'll go to the constabulary.
Okay. You going inside, or are you just?
Yeah. I mean, I'm approaching it, and I would go inside, assuming there's no encounter that would.
No, they have like a waiting lobby area, like you would see on a TV show.
I'm gonna examine the front of the building and see if there's any escape routes that, like, if there are windows and things like that, or how many stories, like windows, that kind of thing.
The constabulary building is all ground level.
Okay.
You suspect it probably has some attic space for storage, but it doesn't look like there's any like offices or anything upstairs.
Okay.
There are definitely basement windows that are barred. You suspect there are cells in there as well as the courthouse.
Okay.
There are cells in here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is the jail.
Well, it seems a bit odd that they're keeping the other prisoner at the river house then, doesn't it?
Well, I think he might be, like, tried, and executed. Maybe they keep the to-be executed people closer to the gallows.
Yep.
Shorter walk.
Well, it's nice of them thinking about the people that are about to be executed's comfort in terms of having to make a short walk to the gallows. That's very kind of them.
Give them time to reflect. Especially if they're the only one,
Guess.
Reflect on how they clearly didn't do it this time, but
well,
you know what I mean?
Since Ilix is walking around the building kind of scoping the place out, she can tell that the cells look more like holding cells. They don't look like they're intended for long-term imprisonment.
Yep. It's like the drunk tank.
Yep. So, you guys go inside, and there's a handful of people like sitting at desks that you can kind of make out behind the front counter. But there's a guy up there who's like checking people in and that kind of thing. He's scribbling furiously.
Should we roll initiative for our place in queue?
God.
Oh God. No, that won't be necessary. You guys wait a couple minutes, and I guess step up to the counter. And the guy, he'll look up and, yes?
Good evening, sir. I'm wondering if I can speak to Constable Fell.
What's your business?
I'm an Inquisitor, and I have matters of the Church of Pharasma to discuss with him.
Technically not a lie.
Let's do... Got a roll on this one.
I knew it.
I feel like that would be intimidate.
Yeah, it seems like intimidate to me.
Using your position of authority to...
Oh, man. What a shit roll.
Remind me, it's 10 plus wisdom plus hit die, is that right?
Yep. To demoralize, or no, to succeed. And then 5 over that is completely demoralized.
So let's find out what his wisdom score is.
Please be a low-level PC. Please be a low-level PC.
Well, I mean, this was probably the guy who tells us that we have to go see Father Grimborough. So hopefully...
Yeah, I'd say he noticeably straightens up in his seat and says, yes, of course. He like scopes out the people that are like cuffed to chairs and stuff, like he's making sure nothing bad's gonna happen. And he says, just follow me.
Lead the way.
So he gets up and he leads you down a not really a hallway, but just sort of like a walkway where all the desks are parted at, you know, standard office shit. And you get to the back.
You guys got a nice open floor plan in here. No cubicles.
What's a cubicle?
A cubicle is an invention they have up north. I mean, west, south, and yeah, they little boxes you work in.
It sounds horrendous.
It is. Completely demoralizing.
Anyway, he walks you up to this corner office and he knocks on the door frame and says, Constable, you've guests.
All right. I guess I'll introduce myself to him. Can I just get a look at him? What's he look like? How's he?
He looks like a man in probably his late 40s, early 50s, maybe older than that even. And he's got black hair that's largely graying out. He's pretty wrinkly. He looks like he's done a lot of smoking, like probably a few cigars in his life. And he's got one of those thick, cliche mustaches.
I mean, sounds cool to me. Sounds like Ron Swanson.
He's currently reading. He was reading a scroll that looks like it was delivered to him, and he has a pile of paperwork on his desk. He looks up at you both, or he looks up at all of you, and like leans back and like crosses his hands on his table, his desk rather. How can I help you all? An inquisitor, I'm told.
Indeed. I'm gonna sweep into his office and, is the door shut?
You can shut it behind you if you want.
I'm gonna give him a...
3 party members outside.
A furtive... Well... Are you guys standing outside of the room?
No.
I feel like that's weird. But if you want
He's like, I need to speak to him alone.
I feel like that would take on that would imply a different vibe than I'm intending. So, but I would look at him and I would nod and say, pleased to make your acquaintance, Constable. My name's Havelock Swansong, and these are my companions. And I'll introduce everybody, and I'll say, would you mind if we continued this conversation in private? And I'll kind of nod at the door.
Yes, of course. What seems to be the problem?
Okay, I'll shut the door, and I'll say we've come to learn that about the recent deaths in at Glass and Bird Street.
Burke.
Burke?
You're close enough.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like that would be that would be a common mistake for a newcomer.
Yeah.
Glass and Burke Street. Burke Street. Thank you, Plee. We were wondering, as an inquisitor, you may not be surprised that I tend to come across knowledge about mysteries like this, and I've come to understand that your family may be involved in some sort of grudge situation.
He raises an eyebrow at that suggestion, because what makes you think that?
And I say, I mean, I'm welcome for anybody else to interject if they have anything else they want to
Plee
add.
will start signing to Havelock is like, perhaps the word he meant to use was, or, wait, what do I want to say? Rather than involved, like that sounds like you're accusing him. I would start sending it to you and have you translate. I think what my friend means is we've come across some knowledge that you and the Lochnaves had an interesting issue regarding the plot of land where the murders took place.
Okay, I mean, I'll translate that.
I don't see what our old neighbors have to do with anything.
Would you mind explaining the circumstances surrounding your family's acquisition of the Lochnaves estate? And bear in mind, I am an Inquisitor of Pharasma, so, you know, I'll put in a good word with the Grey Lady for you.
We need a roll on that one, bud.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to do diplomacy or intimidate, but I'll let you choose.
I mean, I'm gonna try diplomacy.
I will assist. Ooh. Hang on.
Great.
Mine's not that much better.
I mean, it helped.
Yeah.
You just had to roll above a 10 to help.
I mean, yeah, he did help.
Do it up, Zoo. Yeah, see?
Hell
You
yeah.
gotta be our talker. Goddamn.
I'm
Well,
perfectly happy for that. to be the
Azu is
case.
drinking with her twin in the bar.
Yeah.
Nah. Okay.
Apparently, Zenesis likes drinking with her mirror self.
Well, one of our early theories was that it related to my family in some way, but we don't know anyone whose name starts with K, for one. And for another, none of the killers ever had any association with our family or even knew who we were.
What would you say if I told you that I have good reason to suspect that the man currently in prison was bewitched in some capacity? As in, he was not aware of his actions that night.
I would say that's a convenient excuse.
For me, I'm merely
For
a
him.
traveler. Yes. It is my job to detect these sorts of things. I can detect duplicity quite well.
Well, if you could find the witch, is it? Perhaps that would give some credence to your
Yes.
story. As it is,
Indeed.
the cases are closed.
I see, so it's good for your stats that these cases remain closed.
Well, that's not quite what I meant. He seems rather, like, defensive about that accusation.
Okay. No offense intended, my good man. Nothing strange has been happening in your family of late? It would seem that if there is a witch or someone orchestrating these attacks, they seem to be sending a message to someone, and they're dropping these people off in a plot of land that your family currently owns.
Well, it's not exactly on the plot, but it is next to it, and I suppose it could still be related. What manner of What manner of person would have a grudge against our family that knows magic of this kind?
Yes, that would be what I would be interested
Perhaps
in finding
it
out.
isn't a person who knows magic, but a ghost that knows magic.
Well, that just sounds ridiculous.
It would not be the first time we've encountered something of the sort.
The father...
He hears Leopold make that comment, and he kind of looks him up and down like he's gauging, like he's sensing motive. And he seems a little disturbed by that suggestion.
Ilix will whisper to Havelock and see if he will question Barton as to why they stopped building the house on that lot.
Oh yes, that's an excellent question. I'm wondering, why did your father not continue to build upon that vacant lot where these bodies have been appearing? We saw that some foundations had been dug, and it looked as if construction was planned but never followed through with.
Well, father was getting rather old, and I think he just wanted a place to retire. I must admit, I don't fully know his intentions at the time. He started to lose his wits sometime after he purchased the plot. We never thought to really use it until Orland suggested opening up a shop here.
Opening a shop?
Yeah, he figured that he'd probably lose his wits just like father had, and that he should probably find another career other than farming. Unfortunately,
Go
ahead.
You're going a bit robo on me.
A little Cylon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you still
I can
understand
still
me?
hear you, I think.
Okay.
I think I
can understand
I'm
you,
starting to miss a little bits here.
Yeah.
So
Degrading.
yeah, so Orland thought that he would begin to lose his wits. What was his? If he stuck to farming, is that was what?
Well, so basically the synopsis is that Orland was planning on moving here eventually, and opening up a shop because it's less work than farm work, and he wanted to, once he had enough money, he wanted to just like hand off the farm to one of his children and move here to retire, similar to what his father wanted to do.
But that never happened.
No, it didn't. So the farm fell on hard times. They had a few problems with locusts, and a lot of the livestock were killed by wolves or some manner of monstrosity.
Can I knowledge Arcana perhaps or something to see if I can determine if those could be the like spells or maybe religion, to see if those are like necromantic influence could cause those calamities?
Yeah, you could roll that.
Oh god.
I am no sage, but it sounds like the family was almost cursed.
Not to
I'm
me,
doing
it's like
fine.
a perfectly normal sequence of events.
Yeah, Havelock, you know these kind of things happen to farmsteads sometimes, especially out here in the shitty part of the world. I think you know that there are some magics that, just from your experience, can bring plagues upon and curses upon people, but I don't know that you necessarily have any reason to believe that these are caused by that. As far as you know, it's just a farm hand who got down on his luck.
Yeah.
Now, who is Orland relative to
Barton?
Barton, it would be Orland's brother, which
Okay.
would be Zanessa's uncle.
Gotcha. Because I gathered it was Vanessa's uncle, because you said that, but
Yes.
we didn't pick up the relation to Orland. Okay, cool, brother. I would ask Havelock to ask, why Orland thought he was gonna go crazy. Also, perhaps he wouldn't mind describing the insanity that plagued their father.
I do that. I do both those things.
I pretty much
do you want me
assume
to do you want me to talk it out?
Yeah,
I'm
that'd be
pretty
good.
much. Oh.
Okay, it's fine. The only reason I don't do that for police sometimes is I feel like it's a bit cheap for me to like rehash exactly what he like quote unquote says. And I don't want to like steal his.
Yeah, pretty much every time I say something where like I ask Havelock to translate, I'm assuming that Havelock is saying the words that I'm saying is just my way of having flea talk.
Yeah. If you want like to just say I signed this and then just speak, like I think it would probably be safe to assume that I'm translating that.
Okay, that's fair.
In the background.
So
like an
in
interview.
that case, remind me what the question was.
Plea?
If he could describe, one, why Orland thought he was also going to go crazy, and two, the insanity that plagued their father, like the symptoms.
Ah, well, I mean, the physicians tell me that madness runs in families, so it's perhaps not all that far-fetched that Orland would lose his wits as well. And I feel fine, but then again, Father lost his mind rather quickly. Couldn't have been more than a year.
Ilix will lean in and say that she doesn't know about humans, but mental illness generally takes a long period of time to manifest and become detrimental, especially if it correlates with the acquisition of the lot.
It seems to. As soon as both of them started trying to do something with the lot is when apparently it started happening.
I think perhaps we may not have a cursed person as much as a cursed plot of land. There's something going on there for certain.
You think so?
What became of your brother Orland? You said he feared.
He still works on the farm, unfortunately.
I see. So he didn't go mad.
Oh no, as far as I know, he's fine.
Aside from the recent plague of petulant youths in this area, have you noticed
God
any
damn
other?
it.
All right. Okay, I'm not doing that.
That fucking trope makes me laugh every time. All right.
Youths. I'll level with them and I'll say, as an inquisitor, my professional opinion is that there may indeed be some sort of curse tied between your family and that plot of land. Do you know the circumstances of the lock knaves under which your father acquired the land?
As far as I know, it was just a house that had been in their family a long time and they wanted to be rid of it. I don't know that there was anything particularly special about the transaction.
Are there any living members of the Lochner family?
I believe so. They lived up the road from us for some time, but I haven't been back there since I was a child.
Would you mind telling us where they used to live?
Certainly, and he like gets out a pen and paper and kind of draws on the map for you. So let's pop over the world map.
Oh, okay. I thought he meant that they were in the city, and I thought to myself, wait a goddamn minute, he hasn't been there since he was a kid, he's 160 feet away. Never just wandered over there?
That's like a really old house. Like, nobody's lived there for 80 years. Maybe well before he was born.
I was just confused for a second, because, like, it was weird.
He tells you that they had a farmstead along the Lamond River here. Presumably somewhere in this region, on the edge of Maiden Snarl.
I think we're dealing with a curse upon that plot of land.
Perhaps we should go talk to the Lochnays.
I have an idea before we get to that. I would like to see if I can sense any evil presence around that plot of land.
Okay. That should be interesting.
Yes. Thank you for your time, Constable. I'm going to continue to investigate this.
Sure.
I'm sorry for the trouble that befell your family.
Oh, again, I'm doing fine.
Yes, but I mean, you said your dad went completely crazy.
I mean,
so
it happens at old age, right? He seems
yes,
totally
indeed.
clueless about aging
fine way
and health.
to think about it. And if I may say so, you are in an excellent line of work for your talents. I can't imagine a better profession for you.
he nods at you and pulls a cigar out of his desk.
But for reasons that he doesn't know, and it's super backhanded at our society. Like
that's great.
It's the best shit ever. Before we leave, I'm gonna have Havelock translate the following. I would say that, like, should we find any information that supports our theory of a ghost or something bewitching the man who's currently locked up, would you be kind enough to release that man?
We would have to have a pretty convincing case to put forth into the council. I would think we would need a culprit. We would need somebody to take his place.
Well, we're working on that.
Or at least proof that they were dealt with.
It makes sense.
Fair enough. That makes sense.
If he has any information about if they have any records of the previous cases that we could examine or anything like that to pursue this common this common thread theory about the victims.
Well, those cases are closed, and I don't think anyone would really be terribly happy if I just handed them over to strangers.
I pipe up an Inquisitor of Pharasma. And by pipe up, I mean sign, which Havelock, I'm sure, will say with a very interesting tone.
Pharasma!
Perhaps we could come to some kind of arrangement?
Oh, we're gonna have to. We're gonna bribe the guy, apparently.
Well,
there are other arrangements.
What is
that can
the
be made.
deal?
Everyone doesn't care about this guy.
Everybody in this town wants us to pay them to solve their murders.
This guy hasn't asked for money yet, so both of you, stop your line of thinking and ask him what his arrangement is.
Well, okay.
I put the inflection on there just for fun.
What sort of arrangement do you have in mind, good sir?
Oh, I was thinking that maybe you could review the records under guard.
Oh. Well, I don't see a problem with that. Under whose guard?
Why? What did you think I meant? And he just sort of smiles and bites down on his cigar.
That cigar is just a cigar, right?
We're stick of dynamite.
I don't. What?
What?
I think that went over everybody's head, huh? Okay, maybe just under. Oh, I was not implying that was weed, but I can see how there.
Penis.
Dicks,
exactly.
So, anyway, he jumps out of his chair after trimming and lighting his cigar, and he will lead you with smoke trailing behind him to the basement, where he takes you to the records room, and there is a rather wrinkly old lady sitting down there with glasses, who's just shuffling boxes around.
Your guard.
Yeah.
Oh,
excellent.
Well, he brings one of the gosh dang it. One of the other officers comes down to the basement with you.
One of the guys we would talk to get to talk to him.
Presumably just another constable. Yeah, I'll dig into these records and see if I can find any notes on these killings that happened over the last few years.
Sure.
Could I use a knowledge local?
Actually, fuck, we're gonna have to open our case back to the time when the Lochnaves owned the residence. Actually,
those papers are just disintegrating.
Yeah, that's gonna be some old shit, man.
Dude, people have like books that are more than 100 years old. They don't just evaporate.
But they keep them in a shitty, musty old basement in the middle of a port town.
Maybe they're carved onto wood.
Moldy.
Apparently that's a thing, yeah. Maybe they've got like holocrons, but instead of actual technology, it's just wood. So can I
actually the records are all wood carved by hand. They look remarkably similar to the menus in the bar.
What's
all
wrong
coming
with
together?
These?
It's like uniform except wood. Like uniform tablets, but wood.
Oh yeah, the clay ones.
Lots of complaints about money.
Old and bad iron.
Yeah.
So could I use the knowledge local check combined with whatever bonuses these give me to see what I
would
can
probably
find,
do perception, knowledge, local. Yeah, those would both be fine.
Well, my perception's higher, so. Ooh-wee, Rick.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
I cannot help.
No, it's a 10. Well, it's an 11. Counts.
Holy
God
fuck,
damn it,
really?
we just gotta have Zoo do all these from now on.
You have +8 perception? Jesus.
She's very wise.
Oh, it's class skill, yep. Okay.
I have more. 1 second. Of course, I rolled shitty.
Yeah, we all rolled shitty.
I've got a +11, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
So we all rolled shitty.
Yeah, that's all fine.
I think you all find a few documents. You find the old case files on the murders. You find... Well, yeah, you just find lots of case files on the murders. I don't know that you really find any transactional information here regarding the plot of land. You find, maybe you're looking for the word Lochnav or something. You find some like drunken disorderly like 100 years ago, but nothing substantial.
So no Lochnaves were executed or anything?
No, nothing like that.
It sounds to me like the Lochnaves realized that their plot of land was cursed and were very eager to sell it for that reason. Not that they were the perpetrators, as I once thought might be the possibility. I thought perhaps they had gotten shaken down for that plot of land and they were vengeful about it. It sounds like they were quite eager to hand it off to some other patsy. Do these other murders mention these women being carved up with regards from Kay?
Yep. Every single case file has similar messages.
So this is a very old perpetrator.
Well, the theory goes that it's a bunch of copycat killers, that it's just become...
The murders have only occurred over... There's only been 9 murders that we know of over a year and a half
Over
or so?
a year and a half, yes.
How many murders overall do we find over the last 100 years since the Lochnaves?
Just the 9.
Okay, so this is just
fairly
started
recent.
then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Weird.
But the land was cursed before that.
What evidence do we have that the land was cursed before that?
Well,
There's a suggestion of it.
yeah,
Perhaps whatever it is increasing in power.
the Lochnaves were eager to get rid of the land. The guy that acquired the land 80 years ago went quickly mad, and now these murders started happening last year and a half.
I guess you don't really know the timing regarding when he got the land versus when he went insane. You don't know that he acquired the land and then went crazy right away.
Well, didn't Constable Barton say that after
he attempted to turn the plot into a shop, he he went crazy.
Right.
No, that was his brother that wanted to turn into a shop. His father wanted to retire here because he was getting old.
But then, as soon as he started to turn it into a shop, he became plagued by all these catastrophes at the farm.
I wouldn't say it was immediately after.
Okay.
Mostly, he started to start construction on it and fell on financial hard times, basically. And so he gave up on that. He still owns the plot of land, but he doesn't have the money to complete the structure.
Right.
Orlando's issues may be unrelated.
Yeah, it's true. It's possible, but my theory is that there's something or someone that doesn't want that land disturbed.
It's possible.
And has been visiting these troubles upon people in an effort to prevent that.
Well, I mean, who wants to buy the empty lot where 9 people were found dead over the course of a year?
I've got an idea. Can we speak to Orland?
Yeah, you could travel out of town if you wanted to.
He?
I mean, he's probably a day's journey, but you could go.
I've got a new idea. Is anybody good at building makeshift houses?
I am an engineer.
Clee is really good at
You're just going to erect a structure on a plot of land that you don't own.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll ask permission.
Yeah, I'm going to ask... I'll go back in and ask the constable. I have a theory that I want to attempt to work out. Would it be all right if we constructed just a small makeshift hut or something of the like on that land to check this theory out, and if it doesn't work out, I'll clean it up.
Well, I don't really have the authority.
Pharasma.
I don't really have the authority to let you, even if you are an inquisitor. But I suppose if you wanted to experiment, I could see that my officers turn a blind eye.
Excellent. I was more thinking about your family pressing their claim or pressing charges against us. As long as I want to make sure you know that my motives are. I'm not trying to steal your plot of land. Or your brother's plot of land.
I don't own it, so.
But your brothers. I'm assuming you and he are still on good terms.
Good terms, yes, but we don't talk all that often.
I would imagine. All right, excellent. Thank you for your help.
Ilix is going to... Is the old lady still there too?
Yeah.
Or do we leave?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to ask both of them.
Well, she's in the basement, the old lady, so unless you're down there with the records again.
I'll ask him then, and then I'll ask her. Just to see if we get a different answer. I was going to ask if anything memorable has happened within the last, around a year and a half ago. Anything that they might think that coincided with the beginning of these murders. Any strange sightings, attacks from the orcs, strange visitors.
Well, it's difficult to keep track of strange visitors. We get so many of them. But, I can't think of anything that coincides, really, with the start of the murders.
Okay.
I think she would back up that story as well.
Okay. My theory being that if this just started, maybe something came along and instigated this a year ago.
I recommend to my friends that we perhaps reinvestigate the plot of land and see if there might be anything there. And then if nothing turns up, then maybe we go talk to Orland out of town.
Well, you search one more time, and I'll see if I can build a shack on it. Besides, I'm the one with the worst will save. Something does start affecting me.
Yep. Ilix will...
Get a cleric and an inquisitor with you.
Are we going to go do that?
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Okay.
But when we get there, I'm going to detect evil and look. I'm thoroughly inspecting that spot. I'm looking down to the ground. I'm trying to get this cone all up and around this area.
Okay. Ilix will stay back and allow you to thoroughly scan. Afterwards, she is going to make a painstaking inspection, and by that I mean taking a 20, if possible, on my perception to find any signs of, like perhaps a subterranean layer.
Out of character, my guess is there's a grave here. Really old one.
That could be.
Indian
burial ground!
Yeah. Any evidence of disturbance other than that basement, and then in the basement, if there is anything other than the basement itself, like a secret trapdoor or some shit like that.
Secret mountain tunnel. I think.
Secret agent man.
No, I mean, like, if there was a house here 80 years ago and then that got torn down, if there was a grave under that house, I'd imagine that's going to be mighty old.
Yeah, but like, if the Lochnaves tried to sell the house because the house was haunted because it was built on a grave,
True.
and then they sell the house and the house is condemned for years and then gets shut down or torn down, and then somebody comes and tries to build something here years later, and they stop because something happened, and then a year and a half ago maybe somebody disturbed this plot of land and releases a ghost. So,
boy, I do love the taste of mediocrity.
Grave. It would explain everything.
So, Havelock, while you are looking around, you do detect a very faint, incredibly faint, evil aura after inspecting around a little bit. In fact, you find a few of them, sources-wise. There's a few, with your magic up, or your detect evil up, you get sort of a purplish aura around them that makes it difficult to discern exactly what they are, but they're about the size of a D6, I suppose. You find three of them. Yep, there's 3 of them, and they are they're all sort of nested inside of wooden stakes at different spots around the foundation.
The plot thickens.
Haha!
I'll share that with my comrades, and I'll say, keep your distance, and be ready. And then I will go, and I'll say, I don't want to approach this. Leopold, would you be a dear and put a bullet in that stake over there?
I mean, do you think the constables will come running? Don't know if they'd take a blind eye if I started firing at posts everywhere.
I guess that's true. Okay.
It is broad daylight.
Yeah.
And guns are loud.
Certainly
Yeah,
are.
I forgot. They're super loud.
Works well for intimidating, unfortunately not for the sneaky part.
I mean, Ilix is willing to go pull one out.
Oh.
Or that.
Wait, are you attacking it?
He threw a shuriken at it.
Oh, I can't hear him. He's really quiet.
Ryan, you're speaking. I think you might be just speaking to me.
Yeah, because my alt was stuck down, so I was only talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning my keyboard right now. Okay, sorry guys. I took a shuriken out and threw a shuriken at the stake so that Leopold didn't have to shoot his gun.
Did you aim it right at the little spot?
I aimed it at what Havelock described me to aim it at? Or told me to aim it at?
Yeah, I told him to throw it at the stake.
I suppose if you take a while, you can sort of look, and you can make out like almost like a rounded and oblonged portion of the wood that almost looks like a piece of wood-colored glass.
Huh. So some sort of gemstone.
So you throw your shuriken at that, and 6 damage. A crack forms in the little piece of glass, and it falls out. It plops down on the ground and rolls a short distance because it's basically a marble.
I will walk up and inspect it with my religious knowledge.
Ilix is going to keep her eyes out to see if any spookums jump out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Nothing, nothing spooky or surprising happens, though. Havelock, when you approach the marble, the now fractured marble, it looks remarkably like a cat eye. But your religious knowledge doesn't tell you anything about this. You suspect this is probably something in the arcane arts.
Genesis. Yeah. What do your elf eyes see?
She's away from her desk right now. I'm not sure. Oh, she might be in the bathroom.
Do the stakes that we found 3 stakes, correct?
Yep.
Do they? I mean, other than an obvious, they obviously make a triangle because there's 3 of them, but are they like in any particular orientation?
Forming a pentagram.
It's actually in more of an L shape, and it the apex
like a right
is at
angle?
the corner of the streets.
Okay.
And they all aim kind of that direction.
So there's. Okay.
So they're in an L shape, but are they equidistant from each other to where there could be a 4th one that is missing?
No, because Havelock was pretty thorough.
Okay.
Yeah, I really took my time. It appears we have some evil cat's eye gemstones. Unfortunately, my inquisitorial knowledge doesn't tell me anything about these. Perhaps we should take them to a caster of some sort?
Zenith doesn't know anything about them either.
Consult a wizard?
If you go consult a wizard, I'll go through with our plan of building a small shack here.
Well, I don't know. We can still do that, I suppose. I was looking for a lead, and it definitely appears that we've got a pretty strong one. There's some sort of magical enchanted gemstones on this property.
The question I think now is, do we leave the other 2?
I don't want to risk something like this happening again, but I don't know that it's safe for us to collect them all either. Perhaps we could find someone and bring them here to see if they could examine it?
That would probably be best.
I'm sure if there's a magician in this town, they would be willing to help us.
If only Professor Lorimore was still alive. He'd be the perfect person to ask about this.
He'd be probably fascinated, to be honest.
Womp womp.
Jackin, where's the best magical person, most magically knowledgeable person in this city?
Oh my god, do you just pop your head in the bar?
Yes.
That's amazing. Hold on, let me finish chewing.
Just scare the shit out of him. He drops his big ass wooden fucking... Just a big ass wooden fucking menu. Just fucking clongs off the ground.
Jesus.
Ilix is going to keep an eye on the plot if you guys are going with him to round up somebody. Yeah. Unintentional joke.
Oh, that's why I couldn't hear
that was
Zuzu.
great.
I have her on local mute. Because she was in the same room earlier and it was echoey.
Yeah. I was like, I can hear her.
Okay. So he'll point you to a magic shop. Let's say it's here, because why the fuck not?
Yeah. Convenient.
Yeah.
I will enter the magic shop and see if I can find someone with any magical attribute.
There's a little halfling sitting behind the counter, which somewhat startles you because you've seen nothing but humans so far.
Oh my god, I want to make a halfling sorcerer so bad.
Good evening. How can I help you?
Good evening, halfling, sir.
Hello, human. Man.
I guess that was a weird way for me to introduce myself. It was kind of racist. I apologize.
Master Halfling.
Yes.
Or Master Hobbit.
Master Halfling. I'm sure you've heard. Pharasma Inquisitor, blah blah blah. I'm sure you've heard about the recent string of murders happening over the last year and a half in this area. Question mark. My
yes,
friends
of
and
course. Business is booming.
Of course. I've discovered some magical artifact. I was wondering if you might examine for us. It's just across the street here.
Oh, you didn't, bring it to him?
I run back and I grab one and I bring it to him. Here it is. It's cracked, but should be good.
Oh, yes. Identification services will be 2 gold, please.
2 gold. Fine.
Okay.
I cough it up.
Just for Zoo's sake. The average price of a really awesome magical item is 10,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, this is a bargain.
Which is the price of a kingdom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Magic is rare, magic is expensive, 2 gold to identify it is so worth.
Yep. So he reaches under his desk and you hear some clanging around of glass and metal, and he pops back up with this really dorky looking head fixture that's got a bunch of lenses that collapse. And he zooms way in. So, yes, I believe this is called a spy eye.
What the deuce?
And he'll kind of give you the rundown of how it works. At first glance, they appear to be cat's eye marbles, but when activated, it comes to life and blinks, transforming into an eyeball. When pressed against an inanimate surface, such as a wall or an article of clothing, the eyeball absorbs into it, leaving a magical sensor in the same size as on the surface. Sorry, leaving a magical sensor of the same size on the surface. Anyone holding an eye from a particular cluster of spy eyes can share the view from any other eye in the cluster as if that eye were her own, provided she is within 10 miles of that sensor.
So, we could use those eyes against whoever's using them on us.
Well,
now that we know what they are.
One.
There's 2 more.
That's true, but that person might have also just observed us do this.
No, they turn into eyeballs, remember?
They turn into eyeballs.
Oh, you're right.
We'd see that happen.
Probably shouldn't have broken this one then.
How much are they? Are these cheap?
They're
hundreds of them?
15,000 for a set.
Oh!
Ah.
For a set.
Anybody have mend?
Yes. Don't we have a prayer?
My God, I love how this has become has become like a
I'm gonna point out that
money grubbing situation.
Yeah, fuck this murder.
It's 15,000 for a set. You can generally sell things for half, so 7,500. Still really great, but we need the whole set. We currently have 3 of how many is in the set?
A single bag of spy eyes typically contains 5 marbles.
So we're missing 2.
Hey.
Could be 2 perpetrators then. I see.
Possible.
Or there's another eye that we haven't found.
Yeah.
He or
she could have set them up.
Use this eye to find or look through the eye that the other 2.
We're gonna want to do that.
Perhaps our sorcerer friend here can help us.
Who has the best will save and shit?
I have best will save, but I also have the least use magic dice.
Let's see, what do I have?
I'm a very willful individual.
I don't have any UMD. Oh no, it's you.
I might not have to use the magic device if I'm holding it. Perhaps the sorcerer or our halfling friend can help us.
Could the halfling friend ask or answer a question about these eyes?
Sure.
So, say you were something like an elf who has low light vision. Will your vision specialties be shared with the eye once you use it? Okay. So perhaps, in case our perpetrator is in a, well, for lack of a better place, shadowy place, perhaps we should have one of the elves look into it.
It's a good idea. Xenesis,
because we might just see black.
I think Xenesis would be the best candidate. She's a cleric. She probably has a strong will save.
Indeed.
She's probably the most magical individual.
Yeah, she's probably the most willful individual, good at resisting evil and things of the like.
While also having elf eyes. Hey!
That might not be a bad idea.
That's good thinking.
That's thinking with your dipstick.
Yeah.
Jimmy?
Yep.
It is by Scott. So by Scotty.
That's thinking with your dipstick, Jimmy.
I toss it to you, Xenesis, and I thank the halfling and say that we might need to consult his services again. Consult him
Anytime
for his
you would like
services.
to honor me with your patronage.
Can
we just like carry this wonderful little man around with us everywhere?
Yeah.
Just point him at doors like, what is that?
Can he please be the new Garfield?
Would you like to join our
Have you met Garfield yet? Have you met Garfield yet, Darp?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
The deal's the warlock.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mend works on magical items. You'll have to
just say. Yeah. Well, you could use one of the other ones for the time being. We have 3.
Magic items can be repaired by this spell. Oh, but you must have a caster level equal or higher than that of the object. What the hell does that mean?
It's a caster level 9.
It's gonna be rough. Okay. Well, maybe we'll meet another really powerful wizard.
Probably not in this area.
We can
definitely not
sell 2 of them as well. Just saying.
It's true.
Yeah.
Xenesis, would you care to look through one of these and see if you can spy our perpetrators?
Well, I think you just hold it, I guess, and channel it, or something. I'd imagine we were probably given the activation word by the...
No, you can just hold it and close your eyes.
Oh.
Oh.
Did you cast Protection of Evil on yourself?
Did cast guidance on yourself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Before diving into unknown.
I'm really frustrated that this was placed by the constabulary, and we just broke their shit for like...
Why are you breaking our surveillance equipment?
No, it was the youths. It was the youths, I swear.
Damn youths.
First off,
petulant and churlish youths.
I'm just imagining that, like, imagine the constabulary had this item.
Well, we know they didn't. They closed this. Yeah.
But, like, if they did, and it cost more than the kingdom of Ustalav, like, this is a very expensive item.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, whoever has these, they
may not have known. They just may have known that it works. They may not know how expensive it is.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, we'll have to lie and say they were like 5 gold, and take them off their hands.
You close your eyes and look through the gemstone. Can you make a spellcraft check for me? Or maybe use magic device? I'll take either one.
Do whichever one's higher.
I mean, don't these just work, or is it like...
Well, then pick one. Sure. Yeah, you can go ahead and try.
Oh, never mind.
Go ahead and try using magic device. That's fine. All right, that's quite a bit better. So the gnome actually didn't give you the command word. So Xenesis closes her eyes and holds on to the marble and just starts speaking gibberish words until she lands on one that works. And it takes her probably half an hour of just speaking in tongues on the corner of this street.
I think I heard bougie in there somewhere.
Probably, yeah. So she, Xenesis, you close your eyes and a little third eye opens on your forehead magically.
Gross.
And you guys that are standing near the plot, you guys see those two eyes open. And Xenesis, you find that you're very strangely able to see both Leopold and Ilix from different angles, and it's sort of a disorienting experience, but you don't see anything beyond that.
So there's no other eyes?
Within 10 miles,
They might
no.
be within, yeah, they're outside of the 10-mile radius.
The only person we know who's outside of a 10-mile radius from us is someone who lives outside the city, whom we've been told might have a lead.
The Lochnaves?
The Lochnaves.
Or Orland.
Or Orland.
Orland, yeah, sorry.
Perhaps we could venture within 10 miles of those plots and then attempt to use the eye again. And see
Instead
if
of
it
having to go the
activates.
whole day.
Exactly.
That could work.
So let's pull out a world map.
Okay.
First things first, I know that these things are not evil and not containing anything, so I'm going to snag them and put them in a dark, dark bag so they cannot be used to stare at people.
Well, I wonder if we want to alert... I guess we're already alerting them by taking
Yeah, they're going to
one.
find out that one's gone, yeah.
Right.
They might just think churlish use took them.
It's possible.
God.
Perhaps
No,
we could
you
take
know
just
these were
the one-
profoundly well hidden, and that only people of your knowledge and understanding would be able to find them, let alone
That makes
use
sense.
them.
So then maybe we
that,
should keep them 10 miles away.
Is that circle the Lochnaves?
That is where Orland lives.
Okay, what about the Lochnaves?
They live pretty much in the same region of space-time.
So instead of taking these eyes with us, I do want to take them off the lot because they can't be used to their whatever their intended purpose is.
I
Which
put
is
one in
obviously
my underwear.
nefarious. Just so they can just see a dick. Okay. I don't think I'd want to see either.
One in front, one in back.
There's three of them.
Jesus.
Plenty of space. Anyways,
Yeah, make them airtight.
let's go 10 miles out of the city towards the estates so that we're within 10 miles, because we know the ones in the city work. We just had to get within 10 miles of Orland and the Lochnaves.
Yes. Let's do that.
That's about half a day. Because we can go like what? How many miles a day?
We can walk 24 miles in a day. I think.
Yep.
So yeah, we only really got to get to like here.
Well, then we have to get back, so it's a day.
It's a full day's
Yep.
trip.
It's a full day's journey.
Yep.
Unless we want to go to the Lochnaves and Orlands.
Let's get halfway and then check them.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys go through the guard tower on the south side. The captain of the guard recognizes you and lets you go back south, though he does think it's a little odd that you're not continuing north to the Trail of the Beast.
Like we said.
I think we would mention that like
Erasmo.
we're planning on being back. We're just going for a day's trek into the woods for some scenery.
For some. Oh!
Some scenery in the Maiden Snarl. All right, sure.
I mean, technically I'm not lying because we're literally going to look through eyes.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm sure Ilix probably really likes the Maiden Snarl scenery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is great.
Isn't this near the area where we
This-
fucking
Towns are smelly.
went to save that girl and failed to save her, but
Yep.
did adventure?
You
Yeah.
guys bypassed the marshland with Ilix's help.
Gross.
And her keen survival skills. You guys cut through the Maiden Snarl. Let's see if it's uneventfully. Oh yeah, you're good.
Well, we're not walking through the maiden town. We're walking along the river, I assume.
Well, that's where the marshland is, so I mean, take your pick, I
Oh,
guess.
never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna follow the smart elf lady.
Yep. Your journey is uneventful until you arrive at a farmstead that you assume must be the Fell place.
Well, wait. We weren't going all the way to.
Oh, you're not?
No, we were
I'm
going.
fine with this.
We're going to take a stop and then take a look at the eyes, but we were eventually going to carry
All right.
on.
So you arrive about halfway there then. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
And then we check the eyes.
And then you check the eyes. Are you guys taking precautions again, or what's the deal?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, just stick with guidance.
Okie doke. All right. Xenesis, you peer through the eye, and I think again you can see the two eyes. Actually, you're carrying two eyes with you, so you can see blackness in two of them, and in a dark lit room, you can see that you are looking up from what seems to be some sort of table, and you can't make out a whole lot of the room, but there is stonework walls and a ceiling. You can hear a fireplace kind of churning away, and you think you can make out like a broom of somebody sweeping, but you can't really discern much other than that.
Does her low light vision help at all?
That's why she's able to see all this. She's sort of like, you get the sense, Xenesis, that you're perhaps in some sort of storage closet.
Let's continue on. It's time to investigate. We know for sure that in one of these farm plots, our perpetrator lies.
Can you make note of any colors or sounds? I guess it's just eye, so there wouldn't be sound, I suppose.
Oh shit!
Like,
yeah, you're right.
Were there little ear stakes?
No, she
well?
she can see flickering fire under the door frame. Let's say.
Okay.
And she can see the dust of somebody sweeping.
Yep.
Is there any
That works.
identifying
Beneath the door
objects
frame.
other than the broom inside the room you're in?
Well,
Oh, sounds like not. That was all that we did.
And you mean like in the storage room with you?
Yeah, like is there like a book in there?
There's a few random vials filled with liquid. There's a few like foodstuffs, like you might find in a pantry. There is. Well, Xenesis, give me a perception roll.
What is Windex?
Yep, that's all you see.
Yeah, the only thing we've come within 10 miles of is the town and this place, and we knew it wasn't in the town when we were there, so there's only one last place left, unless, it's 10 miles in any other strange direction.
I say let's go to the first of those farm plots that we come across.
Okay. You make your way to a farmstead, and when you pass through the gate, there's a little carved wooden sign that says the Fell Farm, or something similar, Fell Ranch, perhaps. And you come up on that.
Is the gate slowly creaking open and clacking in the wind?
No.
yeah, how many crows can I see?
Yeah.
There's actually quite a few, now that you mention it. They're all sort of hovering around the garden, where the scarecrow seems to not be working very well. But another thing that you might notice, give me a perception check, actually.
Jesus Christ. Well, I'm glad that... Shit.
1 second. Roll20 is
Three of
like
us rolled
frozen
quite
for
well.
me, so
Ilix is
Fascinated with the
walking
birds.
backward into the farm, not taking her eyes off of the forest that she longs to return to.
Yeah.
closing.
Xenesis and Havelock, you guys both notice with your keen perception that there doesn't appear to be any livestock floating around.
I want to roll.
Very bizarre.
Have I broken away enough to just look and not even perceive, just kind of get a sense of the place?
Sure, yeah, if you want to look around.
Okay. I was kind of looking to see if the place looks kind of dilapidated, like deserted or something.
Not deserted, but definitely poorly taken care of.
Okay.
Hmm.
I don't know how these things usually go, but the place seems out of order.
Well, we know that the Thels have fallen on hard times of late. And it would seem odd that people that have fallen on such hard times would have the money to fork out for these extremely expensive eyes. But we don't really know what's going on here yet.
Maybe that's where all the money went.
I mean, it's also possible that they're like family heirlooms, which is
True.
probably how magical items would end up in people's possession. Less likely that they were
It's
purchased,
true.
more likely that they were inherited.
It's also possible that this is an ancient family of peeping perverts. I have quite a few uses in mind for these eyes.
All of which are wholesome and holy.
Yes, very wholesome.
Yes.
Very.
I look
yeah,
at Leopold and
they
say,
do
like,
pertain to holes for certain.
Pharasma is not a very pious god.
No, she doesn't.
Strange.
I'll see if I can detect any signs of life nearby or any occupancy.
You said there's no livestock?
There isn't. None that you can see, at least.
Okay, I'm going to look at the plants, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
You
don't have to roll for that.
Okay.
As you pass by the garden and you look in, you can see that some of the plants seem like they're okay, but the rest look like they've been picked at by ravens and the like.
Ravens, perhaps, or an aspiring alchemist.
I mean, sure, maybe.
Whatever the case, those that live here can't sustain themselves on this.
I look down this well.
Their body in the wall.
The well definitely has water in it. That's not an issue.
Suspicious. Well, it's a well. Wells typically.
But we're also by a river, so.
Yeah, I would. That doesn't
think
seem
the water
very
table would be higher.
Well, really, only one thing to do now, considering we're just creeping on this person's property, like without.
Yeah.
Hello. Anyone home?
You don't hear anything inside.
I think we should check this out.
I'm gonna go knock on this door. Because if we just barge in and it's just someone sleeping, then we've also trespassed.
I mean, we're trespassing regardless.
Technically speaking, I don't know. There's fences all around this property. And whoops! Walked right by them, didn't we?
Wait, there's no fences around the property.
Yeah,
Then
there was.
we're good.
There is.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, I'll knock on this door too. Any answer?
Upon your second knock, you hear a loud thump come from inside.
What the?
And then you hear footsteps coming towards the door.
I'll
This is
wave
going to case
Havelock
around
over.
the back of the joint.
And an older gentleman with a pipe in his hand, creaks open the door.
Oh goodness, what was his name? It was like, this is the Fell place, so that's Ornal Fell?
Orland.
Orland.
Yes?
Hello, are you Orland Fell?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Leopold. I come here with a couple of my companions, one of which is, helping the town in an official status, and I kind of wave Havelock over.
Pharasma!
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
He's helping the town investigate strange happenings, not all of which have involved land that, for as far as we know, is currently under your ownership. The empty lot on Glass and Burke.
Oh, I see. Is there a problem?
Well, that's what we're looking into, actually. And this is out of game. I have literally no idea what questions you want to ask him, Havelock. So I think you, Mr. Inquisitorial.
I wanted other people to have some of the spotlight and have some autonomy. I thought it was. I don't want to just. It's not Havelock's game.
I'm McCree, man.
Ilix is. Are there any windows on this side of the house?
Yes, there are.
Okay, Ilix is peeking in.
Okay.
And seeing if there's anything that immediately stands out, like, you know, a dead person hanging from the rafters or something like that.
No, through the pretty the windows are rather old, so they're kind of like almost got like a layer of grease on them and dirt from just being old. What the fuck is this rubbing sound?
What is happening? Is that the sound of my eye rubbing around my butthole?
Oh, it's Tanner's microphone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was me, but I wasn't sure. Hi, kitty.
God.
Oh, it's the cat.
So anyway, through the rather foggy windows, you're able to discern what looks like just an old farmstead. Honestly, there's wooden flooring. The walls are all wood as well. It pretty much is a log cabin. Most of the furniture is carved from wood. There is an iron stove in one corner, and yeah, that's about it. There's wooden chairs, and it looks pretty little house on the prairie going on up in here.
Is there a fire?
How old is this guy? Because hold on, I can't really zoom in too far.
About 50. His brother is about 45, 50.
Okay, so yeah, he's probably
of a similar age.
Probably an older man, yeah. I asked him, "Do you live alone out here?"
Looks like a farmer if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I don't have a good token for it.
Yeah, I know, that's fine.
Looks like an adventuring battle mage.
Yep, you're not wrong.
Is that Elminster?
But anyways, give me a diplomacy roll on that one.
Ready for mediocrity, everybody?
I would have
you had to.
Mediocrity.
That's wow.
I fucking knew it. No, it's always when we need it. This is why I don't talk.
We always need it.
There's times where we're just hitting a wall, but this was probably one of the more important questions of the day. And let me tell you, boy, I shined like a fucking brick. Like, how did I ask him this?
I don't really see how that's any of your business.
All right, Mr. Official Investigator, please go right ahead. I'll just walk over here and jump in the wall.
I only have... When Leopold steps away, he starts to act like he's trying to close the door, but then Havelock steps up.
Forgive my friend there. He's not good at dealing with people. He's a northerner. He's one of those weird northerners.
Oh, I see.
Yes. I'm gonna lean over to Xenesis. Well, actually, I'm gonna reach into my pocket and I'm gonna produce one of the eyes, and I'm just gonna hold that up to him, and I'm gonna say, "Do you recognize this?"
I'm intently looking.
And I am sensing motive.
Intently looking at his facial
Holy
expression.
shit, that's a bold move.
It is. Oh, balls.
I'm like staring the shit out of his face to see if it changes in any way slightly.
All those points we put in diplomacy specifically to try to help in these situations.
I don't. What's this marble have to do with anything? No, I've never seen this before in my life. You don't feel like he's concealing anything.
Okay. Well, don't know that I would have realized that anyway, because didn't roll very well.
I keep glancing at the house behind me, realizing it's just as big as his, and therefore can house another human.
That's actually a stable, which is also empty. It's a barn.
Oh, okay.
It's like a barn. Yeah.
Sir, I'm here on doing work for Pharasma, and as odd a request as this may be, I would like to ask your permission. I would like to get your permission to perform a quick inspection of your premises. That would be the inside of these buildings here, and I'm afraid I must insist on your cooperation.
I have a real quick question.
Yes.
Is the chimney smoking?
Yes.
Okay. Ilix will kind of make a, up to in the direction of the chimney from the corner of the house.
I'm gonna nod. Imperceptibly.
I guess I don't see what you're getting at. He lives here. He has a fire going.
The place where
the eye also had a fire
was
going.
there was a fire going.
Ah, gotcha. Yep. I'm gonna need diplomacy on that for sure. There hasn't been another roll since Leopold.
Oh, fucking
okay,
assist.
All right, that's not awful.
Hang on, I'll assist. Another one. Hey, boy.
Damn. How do you?
Yep.
How?
I called it because
Wow.
I just know when it's gonna happen.
Hey man, we got it. We got this.
Yep.
That wasn't because I was afraid of the roll. That was because my cat dug his claw into my shoulder.
Don't worry, you'll get the nat 20.
Removed a nice big chunk of flesh.
You lucky bastards. He says, well, I suppose there's no harm, and if you've come from Tamrivena, you must be tired. I'm afraid I don't have much to offer, but you can come in. He opens the door and he starts sort of hobbling away. It looks like he might be a gimp.
I think we ought to wait to see if... I think we gotta wait for later for that. We're still investigating his house. I'll step inside and I will look around, and I'm gonna look over at Xenesis and say, Xenesis, does this area seem familiar to you?
I will say, Xenesis, that you don't see any of the same stone architecture that you saw before.
You shake your head. Yeah. Perhaps you wouldn't mind if we checked this other little outhouse as well? Or perhaps
the barn?
Storage shed? Thank you. And I'll...
Hardly anything out there, rotten hay.
I study rotten hay. I make a specialty of it. It's very important to Pharasma that I be very learned in all manners of hay.
All right, Havelock, when you go in there, you find a ghoul. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Fuck.
That would be horrible.
Backstory! Okay, anyway.
Havelock would go into PTSD and just crumble.
Yeah, I was thinking, like,
just a
Havelock
ghoul.
must get nervous in barns now. Like,
Oh yeah.
That must just be a thing.
Yeah, I don't think he particularly loves it, but he specializes in fighting undead, so.
Yeah, but it's one of his worst memories.
But Barnes in particular, he's not a huge fan of. What are you fucking Snapchatting right now?
He wants us to see the chunk of flesh missing, is my guess.
Yeah, I guess. All right. So I don't see anything that looks familiar, I suppose.
Nope. Just old abandoned barn. It looks like there may have been horses in here at one point.
All right. I'm actually going to go back and say, Orland, I apologize for dropping in on you like this. The fact is that we have reason to suspect that there's been more than bad luck plaguing your family and, well...
Oh, I'll say. He points down to his leg, which was clearly broken at one point and didn't set properly.
What happened there?
Oh, a bit of a farming accident.
I see. What sort of farming accident?
Well, the old mule fell on me. There's not really much for physicians out here. Nor could I have afforded it anyway. Oh, God.
Well, it's a strange way of phrasing that. You know, my companion here is a cleric. Perhaps there's something she could do using her special arts that could lessen your misfortune. I don't know what the limits are of a heal check. But
I think that Xenesis, when you check him over, you believe he's probably beyond the ability of magic to heal.
Well,
at least her magic.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
yes.
Expensive. There's expensive healing you can get.
Yeah, he's a cripple. You can't heal that by healing hit points. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's like regeneration.
I would think a heal check, if she did really good, she might be able to suggest like some ways to make it less painful, you know.
Oh yeah, certainly.
I know.
Physical therapy and shit.
Some special
care.
mushroom tea.
You roll that Zoo, I'll assist you and roll another nat 1. Because I also have points in heal. Exactly 1. But at least I won't kill a guy. Hey, I don't want to kill a guy with my talons again. I don't want to be that guy.
You don't have talents.
There you go.
You never know if I'll grow.
That was hilarious. I remember that.
Yeah.
That's fucking like 3 years ago.
Yeah, you're able to help him out with some tips on how to move around and such.
Turmeric helps achy joints, which I'm sure he gets.
That's an expensive spice.
Indeed it is, but if you manage to get it, you can always grow it.
If I may, Master Thel, what is your relationship with your neighbors to, I presume, the southeast, the Loch Knaves?
Oh, they've been friends of the family for some time. We don't interact much anymore.
How are they faring these days?
I don't know. We haven't spoken in a few months. I don't get out much these days.
Have they fallen on the same hard times that your farmstead has fallen upon?
He looks a little bitter and says, "No, unfortunately, they're doing quite fine."
Interesting.
What were their names?
Yes. Could you give us like a rundown and perhaps a quick estimation of their tactical abilities?
Like, what are their battle readiness?
Perhaps they have some spell-like abilities that you're aware of.
No, they're just simple
Have they
farmers.
ever seemed to be particularly wounded by silver or cold iron?
I'm really puzzled by your line of questioning. But
I sign in, so he totally doesn't understand. But like actually, I'll just say it to Havelock. It's like, you're scaring the poor man. Stop.
Yeah. Never mind. You know, as an Inquisitor, I always try to stay on my toes. You never know what's around the next corner.
That's true.
Would you mind if we rested here for the night?
I suppose that would be all right.
Thank you. I'd like to help with these hard times you've encountered. I'm gonna pull out 5 gold.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I went
my.
a bit rough on the old sport.
I
mean, we
don't know what to say.
I turn to Havelock and say, perhaps ask for permission to run further experiments on his property in town.
Do we need to run any further experiments?
Just having that permission would be nice.
Okay, I'll ask that.
Okay.
Perhaps written, if possible.
Jesus.
Signed and witnessed, perhaps.
The strange request, but I suppose that's fine. He seems pretty eager about the 5 gold, and he says, if you want, you could. I can't fit all of you in the master bed, but some of you could stay up there, and I could sleep down here on the floor or something.
I'll sleep in the stable. It's fine.
No.
I'll sleep in the stable.
I will definitely not.
I don't have a traumatic experience with the stable.
I mean, he's got like an extra little house there. I assume we could stay out there.
That's the barn.
The stable.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the barn.
That would be the barn that you're definitely not staying in.
Yeah, I'm not staying there. No,
it's like a barn and a shed.
I've got a cot here. I'd be perfectly content to just pull it up here by the unfamiliar fireplace.
He has an iron stove, actually.
By the iron stove.
Yeah.
And
it leaps out at you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, God. I submit that we rest here and investigate the lock naves on the morrow.
That sounds good.
I think we've we've traveled our entire distance today.
Okay. So he helps you all get settled in. What were you gonna say, Tanner?
Ilix was gonna volunteer to collect some extra fire so that we're, because he's, for generosity's sake.
Go pick it up off the fire trees and the fire bushes.
Yep. How many limbs do I get from one large tree?
Enough to make one
limbs
menu.
and twigs, please.
Okay. 15. 15 limbs and 37 twigs.
Okay. I will use 10 limbs and 20 twigs and make a fire.
Okay.
In his stove. This strange metal case that he puts his fire in.
You do notice
my flute.
You do notice, Ilix, that it does seem to be quite efficient at emanating heat from all sides.
Mm.
Nice and warm.
Okay.
Creature comforts are not my specialty.
Okay. Okay, Ilix, are you sleeping outside, or what's your...
Yeah, Ilix will stay with the rest of the group. Normally she'd be content to stay outside, but...
Okay. Leopold's out in the barn, I think, so...
Yeah.
Yep.
Circumstances being what they are with, possible evildoers afoot. Especially if they're nearby. So, I mean, these guys are basically next door neighbors. Then, yeah, she's going to stay inside with the rest of the group.
Which inside? Barn or house?
With the rest of the group. With the bulk of the group.
Okay.
I just don't want the old man to sleep on the floor.
Nope, he's up in his own house. He's up in his really old bed.
Xenesis, you could go snuggle him.
Jesus.
It's long.
Jeez.
Yes. Anyway. Going to nip that conversation in the bud, as they say.
He's experienced.
Teach you
a thing or two.
In the bud. Balls. In the bud.
Yep. Exactly.
Druid joke.
Yep.
Nature, ranger. Yep. Anyway.
So Ilix, sometime around 3 in the morning, just sometime early before dawn, you hear a rummaging sound.
Okay. Ilix will awaken and listen intently, attempting to determine direction.
It sounds like it's coming from Havelock's pack.
Okay. With my low light vision, can I see if there is a person? Like, because I imagine it's dark. Maybe there's some light from the fire or the moon coming in. Can I see if there's like a person rummaging through his bag?
There is indeed a figure standing over Havelock's sleeping body.
Ilix is going to, as stealthily as possible, well, can you roll a stealth check for me, or do I need to?
I can do that.
Okay, it is a plus 11. Okay.
Yep.
She's going to, as deftly as she possibly can, knock an arrow and aim it at the person.
Okay.
And
do you have low light or dark vision?
I do have low light.
Okay. I think you're able to discern that the figure, now that you've woken up a little more, the figure looks, the silhouette looks remarkably like the old man that you met.
Okay. She'll say in a sterner voice, "Stop or die where you stand."
He doesn't seem to hear you, and he continues rummaging through the pack. He doesn't even react to the sound of your voice.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Have I heard this? And
Ilix is going to use the bottom limb of her bow to poke the person nearest to them hard in the ribs.
Plea would be sleeping right next to you, so would Xenesis, so I guess pick one.
Plea. As if we have to take on somebody, he would be a much better person to have immediately awake.
Okay. Plea, you're awake.
I will grab the man in an attempt to stop him.
Okay.
I'm going to cover with
should I
an arrow.
Like CMB grab, or should I just
yeah, let's do a CMB.
And then Ilix, while he's doing that, is going to promptly wake up Havelock and then Xenesis in that order.
Okay. Plea, when you pull the old man back, he has one of the eyes in his hand, and it is open, and looking straight at him, and his eyes have rolled back in his head, and he seems to almost be in like a sleepwalking sort of state. And when you pull him back, he says, "No, we have to find her."
And is this Orland?
Yes.
Okay. I will snatch the eye out of his hand.
He goes into a bit of a panic and starts clawing at you. I'm gonna guess an 11 misses.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help grab one of his arms and help secure him.
Yeah,
he just keeps saying over and over, "We have to find her. We have to find her."
Find who? Find who?
He doesn't seem to hear you.
Now that I've taken the eye away from him, his eyes are still rolled back in his head, or?
Yes, and the eye is still open in your hand.
He's talking to someone on the other side?
Maybe.
Yeah, can I sense motive that?
Yeah, you can try.
Balls.
He seems to be not himself.
I sign to Xenesis and ask if she can look through her eye.
I cast Detect Magic on him.
Okay. He is under the effects of some sort of spell.
Man, we really should have had a
You
magic
believe
user in
it
the
is
party.
a compulsion effect.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, he's possessed or something right now. Fortunately, I don't know what. Xenesis, can you tell?
Oh, he wants to know what spell the man is under.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be spellcraft.
I'll be right back. Gonna make some tea.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
My gravity well of failure has slingshotted due to success just as planned.
Xenesis, you believe that this is some form of dominate person spell, though it doesn't seem to have taken full effect, perhaps because of range.
What's the range on Dominate Person normally?
Uh,
25
Ilix
Okay, what did I
feet,
miss?
5 for 2.
Ilix is going to ask Havelock if he has Orland under control.
Yes, I think if Xenesis shares that information, I would say the person has to be nearby. Yeah, but they'd have to be
Okay.
right.
Ilix
but they'd
is
still have to be quite close.
Ilix is going to run
Let me
outside.
let me add to the Xenesis knowledge here since you rolled nat 20. Xenesis, you suspect that whoever cast the spell somehow is using the eyes as a proxy.
Ooh.
So they can be upwards of 10 miles away.
Xenesis, can you look through the eye? See who's using it?
Wait. Before you do that, I missed what she learned immediately after the nat 20.
That somebody has cast a weakened form of dominate person onto Orland here, and the reason it's weakened is because they seem to be using the eye as a proxy.
Okay, so never mind.
Because dominate person has a range of close.
Yeah. I was about to say if they're like using the eye to do it, then don't look through the eye because then you might get dominated. But that knowledge doesn't seem like looking through the eye will do that. So I would say, yeah, do it.
Okay. Okay.
Well, now you know the word, so.
Yes, you learned the trigger word. So you say the trigger word. I don't know. A word.
Bananas. It's a word? Seems super common.
Anyway, you activate the eye, and you can see the inside of someone's hand, in addition to the eye that is in this room with you. And when you try to focus on the other one, a hideous face is staring back at you, and I need you to make a will save. We're talking real gross, like skin is like gray and wrinkled and nasty looking. Both of the eyes are missing from their sockets. The teeth of the face are jagged and twisted. And the mouth is looks like it has had its tongue ripped out. But yeah,
Could she identify it?
If she passes the will save, which she did not.
Damn.
So, Xenesis, you feel the power of this person wash over you, and you hear her instruction, which is to find her daughter. And you begin rambling about that and looking for the nearest female, which would be Ilix.
Oh god.
And so you
Can
begin.
Is there something I can roll to notice whether or not Zoo has now fallen?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Xenesis keeps the eye in her hand, grasped. Her third eye remains open, and she opens her eyes, looks directly at Ilix, and begins walking towards her aggressively.
What the?
Xenesis, what is it?
And Xenesis will, when spoken to by Ilix, she will say, "You need to come home to Mother."
All right.
Okay, so
I'm pretty
I
sure I
think
picked up on
Havelock know
what's happening.
that she's not her.
I'm gonna yell at Pali and Ilix. Get that stone away from them.
I will attempt to disarm Xenesis.
Okay.
Carry it outside or something.
I actually have the other eye in my hand from Orland, so
yeah, but you're not using it.
I'm not using it.
It's what's well.
I guess pretty sure that's higher than Xenesis's CMD. So.
Yeah.
You remove the eye from her hand, despite her having a tight grip on it, but she seems to remain possessed.
Cool. I am now going to run out of the house. And really as far away as I can.
I'll do my best to
I'm gonna run in the barn and knock on the door and get Leopold.
Okay.
So if you don't know what you're saying, and I'm doing whatever I can to like restrain her. Would I CMB that?
Yep. No, your phrases are, well, actually no, that's fine. Yeah, because you're not sleepwalking like Orland is, so yeah, keep it up.
I briefly sign a description of what's happening to Leopold and have him decide whether or not to come with me or go assist them. But I'm going to try to get these eyes away from Xenesis and Orland as far as I can.
Well, at this point, probably buddy system's best, so I'll go with you.
Cool. I'm gonna run, like, I'm talking
faster
like
than me.
hundreds. Well, yeah, but like I'm trying to get as far away because like from what Xenesis told me of the spell, like they would normally have to be close, but they're using the as proxies. So maybe if I can get the eyes far enough away.
I don't know if she would have had time to tell you, but it's not a channeled spell.
Oh.
Once it's cast, it's cast. Yeah, I think you probably would have.
Okay.
You know that moving the eyes away from her won't break the spell, but it may prevent additional casts.
How can we lift this?
I have an idea. Let's me and Leopold look for a place to hide the eyes, so that whoever is using them can't find them. But
well, do the eyes actually have to see you for the compulsion effect to take hold? Because I thought we had them in a backpack.
Well, no, he had one. Orland was under the effect of one that I took from him, and then Xenesis used another one, so she was holding it to see if she could find it.
So wait, he had the fourth?
Zipped out of a bag. And...
He had a fourth.
Yeah.
Oh. So he was the one we saw.
No, he didn't have a fourth.
Oh, he
pulled one from Havelock's bag.
So he was rummaging around in the bag first.
Right.
Yes.
And then he got dominated. Gotcha.
Xenesis, you need to snap out of it.
Xenesis becomes progressively more violent as Ilix doesn't cooperate. And she eventually realizes that Ilix is not the girl she's looking for, and she begins trying to carve off her face.
Oh, fuck.
See,
all right.
I have a feeling we could have had
I will
her
help
lead or something.
restrain, I guess. Oh, man.
You're restraining.
I know. Like, I don't know if I should let him go.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm what is your CMD then, Zoo? Yes.
Because I'm restraining her, unless I didn't beat her CMD. So yeah.
So she's currently grappled, so she can't really tear off your
Well,
face.
She can still attack.
She can still attack with one hand, which is what she's trying to do. She's trying to use her dagger to carve off Ilix's face.
Okay.
So.
All right. Is this guy writhing in my grasp?
No, Orland is just sort of limp in your arms, but he keeps muttering something about finding the lost daughter.
Tying them up. Well,
that's what I'm gonna do.
Hiding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pin her the next round if I can.
Okay. There's no initiative going on right now.
Okay.
Right.
Well, should I? Well, she needs to attack me, I guess. Then,
yep.
Right?
Xenesis, why don't you give me a roll with your dagger here?
Huh.
You for sure miss.
I think I dart out of the way as that comes at me. And
you can feel all of her movements, so you detect her attempting to move towards stabbing your face right away, and you duck out of the way.
Okay, and I'm going to then attempt to shift our weight and I try to like stick my hip into her and like flip her down onto the ground.
Okay.
And so I can pin her.
Okay. I need a CMB roll for that.
Oh Jesus, that didn't work.
Xenesis, what's your CMD? Is it higher than 8?
14.
Okay. Yeah, you fail to pin her. She continues to wriggle around.
Wait.
So we're still grappled.
He has +5. Well, no, never mind. That would still be fail. Never mind. Sorry, you rolled bad.
Good. Yeah, it's a bad roll.
You can't do much for the 3. So let's jump back to Ilix and Leopold, so you guys can figure out what you're doing.
You mean Havelock?
Wait, Plea and Havelock? Or Plea and Leopold?
Plea and Leopold.
Leopold. Here's what I am imagining us doing. I'm currently holding both of the eyes so that whoever is using them can't see out of them. I am working with Leopold. I would like to find a place to put them where whoever's on the other side won't know where they are, so we can hide them, keep them far away, and then go back and help our friends.
Unfortunately, they can see.
Well, like, if I have my hand around it, like...
Oh, okay.
They can, because, like, they can see out of it as if it was one of their
cover
eyes.
the eye the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just punch the ground so hard your hand goes into the ground and then let go.
That is a really good idea. Can I do that?
Sorry, can you do what?
Punch the ground, like holding the eyes in my hand, punch into the ground and let go. So that the eye doesn't see out. Cool.
Yes, the eye plant will be bountiful next year.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
Cool. I do that.
Let's do an attack roll. Should be easy.
Yeah. I'll actually.
Actually, you can take a 10. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not.
Dirt.
Yep.
Roll to hit dirt.
Yep. So you plunge your fist into the ground with all of your monkish might, and you release your fingertips, allowing the eyes to fall into the freshly moved soil, and then you shake your hand a lot, I guess, on the way out, and put a bunch of soil down on top of the marbles.
Yeah, pretty much so they can't see where they were. And then I don't know. I would grab something to mark it.
I mean, it's fresh dug soil in the shape of a fist.
Cool.
It'll be hard to miss, I think.
Awesome. And then let's go. I say to Leopold and head back.
Okay. Xenesis, give me another attack roll against Ilix. It's a whiff. And Ilix, you can try to pin Xenesis now.
Well, not against ghosts, I'll tell you that.
All right. Ilix gathers up her might and flips Xenesis over and pins her to the ground. And she drops the dagger at the same time. Around this time, Plea and Leopold both walk in.
Has Havelock got the other guy restrained? Because I figured
The other guy's
to
just
do
kind of
more or
laying
less
there.
the same thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you knock him out?
No, he's still
He
asleep.
was asleep anyway.
He's in a
What?
strange, like, zombie-like state.
Oh, so he's not. They're not doing the same thing.
Right.
Okay.
You know from what Zinnis has told you that they're under the effects of the same spell, but his seems to be different for some reason.
Okay.
Perhaps because he wasn't directly using the eye.
Didn't get the full brunt of it.
Yep.
I am going to, when I get into the room, grab some rope and tie up Genesis. Which
sounds good.
Means that she can't really escape because it's like a
Yep.
plus 20 to escape after a pin.
Yep. I'm assuming you tie up Orland as well?
Yeah. Might as well use the rope to tie them both up. I'm sure all of us have rope.
Yeah, I'm gonna suggest perhaps we ought to tie one of us up and attempt to use the eye.
I'll do it.
I
well,
look at.
It should probably be somebody with a good will save.
I say that I can't use the eyes because I can't talk.
Why would? Oh yeah, I guess you can't. All right, tie me up, boyos.
I thought you guys put the eyes underground, though.
Yeah, we can go retrieve one.
Get them back.
Wait, we put two. The two that were active. There's still one that was in Havelock's bag.
Yep.
There was 3 eyes total, and one of them's broken.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. We took the 2 working eyes then.
Yes.
I'm guessing the broken eye doesn't work at all for the spell.
No, it doesn't do anything. It's just a broken marble.
Okay.
Cool. I will go and find my freshly dug dirt, dig up one of the eyes, and bring it back. Making sure the other one doesn't see the light of the sky.
Okay.
All right, tie me up.
You are tied.
All right, I'm going to speak the command word. I might try to claw somebody's face off, so just make sure these ropes are nice and tight, and if I get dominated, keep the great sword, keep my sister's sword ready. Oh God.
Does Genesis seem to... Do the effects seem to be wearing off, or...
No, they seem like they're still in the thick of it.
Okay.
Fuck, maybe we shouldn't do this then. Where...
Perhaps we should wait it out. I sign.
Genesis, I'm gonna lean over to Ilix and I'm gonna whisper, see if you can get Genesis to tell you to lead us to Mother.
I think she already doesn't, she already knows that I'm not the right person.
All right.
Shh, possessed people don't talk.
I have a different idea. I disguise myself as her daughter.
Havelock just unbuttons a few buttons of his shirt, like he's trying to have cleavage, and he presses his shoulders together.
Oh.
Yeah, and you throw your voice like really
It's
unconvincingly.
Me. Mother's daughter. I'm coming home, Mom. I forgot the way. Where do I go?
How does Zoo react to this horrible disguise?
How does what react?
How does Genesis react? Because she's under a dominate person spell, so I don't know if she's gonna fall for it.
She's still fixated on Ilix, and you can see that she just has this bloodlust in her eyes.
Balls. All right. I'm casting guidance on myself. And I grab the stone and I speak the command word. Banana hammock. Fuck.
Oh no. Okay. You look through the eye, And on the other side, you see a twisted face with no eyes, and honestly, there's like palpable hate that just rolls off of this twisted face. And she gives you sort of a grinning smile and mouths a word to you in common. And she says, "Doomed." And then
It's me, Mom.
You see her hands grasp around the eye that she's holding, and your signal winks out.
Mother, father. Am I dominated?
No.
Oh, cool.
Ran out of them spells, I bet.
But you surmise that she broke the eye that she has. Or in some way cut off your connection.
Yeah. Well, there goes our plan at making a ton of money on these eyes, boys.
Well, here's the thing about the money plan. So, in order to sell them efficiently without having, like if we know where all 5 of the eyes are, even if some of them are broken, we can sell the remaining ones for their functionality.
Yeah, I mean, we'll still pocket some coin, I'm sure. Or we'd use them.
Yeah.
Yep.
For wholesome purposes.
Totally.
Like spying on Havelock's drunk.
Bathhouses. What?
Exactly. Alright. They still seem dominated?
Yes, they are both very under spells.
I assign that we should maybe wait it out. They're tied up. They're of no harm to anyone. The spell can't last forever. And we can perhaps question them when they snap out of it and see what they remember.
None of you have any spells to help them out?
Nah.
Nobody else has protection from evil or anything similar?
Nah.
I have magic fists.
All right.
I knocked Zoo out. How about that?
Okay.
Non-lethal.
Yeah, choke her out.
Okay. So Xenesis and Orland both continue rambling throughout the night. Xenesis struggles against her bonds several times but doesn't get out. You all sleep rather uncomfortably with all this commotion going on. And the sun rises and it's morning. They're still dominated. The day goes on rather uneventfully. They continue to ramble. Another night passes, and another day. And about afternoon on the second day, Xenesis comes to, and so does Orland.
Well, that sucked.
I tell them the fateful tale of how they have now lost 2 days of their lives to a dominate person spell.
What does that mean?
Actually, that's a good question. Does Xenesis remember what she did?
No, she does not.
Yeah, I'll share that to you. But like, I guess that's the first question: is do you guys remember what you did?
He tried to cut me several times.
I signed to Xenesis that she did like the most horrible, awful things in the world, and try to make her feel super extra guilty.
Well, in particular, you wanted to mutilate her face.
Ilix is kind of like Ilix is normally like incredibly pale, but you see some color flush into her cheeks when you say that. And she's it's quite all right. You didn't get close.
I signed
'Cause you
to
saw-
Genesis that we should be thankful that she's not as good with the dagger as Alex is. I will also.
Leopold. I forgot to give you like scenery around the face. You saw that it was in sort of a stonework building, a lot like around the size of this house, actually.
You mean
Havoc.
Havelock?
Yes, Havelock. Sorry.
Should I just change my name to like Smelligarlarumpus?
Hadpole.
So like, there's literally no way.
Leolock.
Won't matter. We look identical.
Because we have hats.
Yeah, because you had
Dark hair, hat, white guy. Facial hair.
Anyway,
Okay,
moving on.
he's tan but white. So I collect the other gems, or the other gem from the dirt.
Do you think tan
On
people
one of
aren't
the days.
white?
Moving on. So
they're not
Orland, after a little
Yeah.
while, Orland is like visibly shaken, and he says, "I need you all to leave. You just bring bad things with you."
I
Not the
say
first
before
time
we
it's been said.
leave, I hold up a finger and start signing to Havelock, who I'm gonna have translate this, and I ask Havelock when he translated it to like have a very very stern tone with the man because I wish I could have one of those. And I say, you were the one that was sleep rummaging through our things.
Yeah, we need to figure out why that guy was going through our stuff.
This wouldn't
Dude, why
have
you going through our
happened
stuff?
if you weren't sleep rummaging through our things.
Yes, I gave you a fair amount of gold, and I noticed that you were rummaging through my bag in the middle of the night, good sir, and my good friend and I would like to know why you were doing that.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Please just leave my home.
I point out that he would not have
He's not
fallen under the
intimidated?
Nice.
I mean, admittedly, I
Good
rolled a
stuff,
2.
Rick.
What is my fucking rolls tonight? They're so shitty.
Oh yeah.
He's intimidated. Are you trying to make him cooperate? Like,
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to tell me the truth.
Yeah, that doesn't need anything more than the DC. Like, if he meets the DC, then he's cooperative, but doesn't like you afterwards.
Yeah, he already doesn't like us. Plus, he was trying to steal from me, I think.
He was sleepwalking.
Yeah. Oh,
we
yeah,
don't
I
know
guess
that
he was getting called.
sleepwalking. I mean,
Oh, true. You're
he
right.
got.
Yeah.
Our working theory is that he was rooting through his stuff, found the thing, then got
Yeah.
with the domination.
I wanted to have a closer look at that marble, okay?
Couldn't have waited till morning.
And
I
then we
nearly
could have told
skewered
you
you
it's
like
a
a
bad
pig.
idea.
And
could've
now
been dominated.
now you've lost 2 days of your life because you wanted
Yes.
to look at a marble.
I've
So
lost
whose
many
fault is
more
this,
than
really?
days of my life, young man.
Go on.
We've all lost years of our life.
He like motions at his whole body, at his form.
Yeah. Fair point. We'll leave you.
Laugh at the man's deformity.
Well, that seems.
Please do. You all are cursed.
I don't. That seems the opposite. All right. Should we check
Riches
out the
are wasted
Lost
on your
Nave?
kind, and he spits on the porch and closes the door.
Well, that's pretty mean.
I mean, you intimidated him.
It's so
what
good
you
that
want.
Crom's not here.
Yeah, he would have killed that guy.
Yeah, I just want to chop his
Let's be
fucking head
fair.
off.
Let's be
Yeah.
fair. If this was Jack Jones, Crom, and Ileana, this man would have died on the first day. Like, he wouldn't have sat tied up in a chair. He would have probably died for rummaging through things. Like,
Yeah.
No mercy, huh?
You literally just fucking God. What was that like pilot from fucking Adult Swim with the barbarian? Does anyone remember that, or was that a fever dream I had one day?
Gauntlet?
to put perspective on it,
Don't
Travis,
remember
I
that.
left an autistic guy or some other, maybe not autistic, maybe like severely mentally disabled from some other malady to die to being eaten by rats because he irked me in that game.
Some malady that it's okay to make fun of in this universe.
You guys are psychos.
I mean, we made fun of pinheads, so it's fine.
I mean, not deliberately.
Yeah, but all those jokes were on point.
Ha ha!
Oh my god.
This is why we're going to hell.
God.
Yes, I think it's safe to say that we're all going to hell.
Well,
I'll drive. I'll drive.
Cool.
you've got a very sharp wit.
That was not as good, but good try.
No. I lost the moment. Alright, fuck, should we check the Lockmave farm?
I feel like that's a good
It's
idea.
literally the only fucking lead we have left.
Yeah.
And if it's not, well, I guess the forest is now part of my plan too. Sorry, Alex, but the entire forest has to go. Why can't I see anything? Why is...
You're on a new map. If you'll drop your tokens bottom left corner, that would be great.
Well, he said it to me.
I mean, Havelock was dominated,
Yeah.
He's dark.
so he told us what he saw.
Mm-hmm.
Which we didn't know before. Like, we didn't know what you saw because you were immediately dominated, so...
So Havelock told you what he saw then, right, Plea?
Yes.
Plea, the description reminds you remarkably of your Haro card.
Oh. 1 second. I have to remind myself of the hero card because you did a horrible job telling me, man.
Woof. I'm still getting black.
Yeah, I'm working on your token.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think I'm on there.
Hey man, you went black.
Yeah, I'm on there.
You never go
Okay.
back.
Roll
Give me
20
1
is lagging
second.
on
I'm
me.
gonna...
Which is, I mean, it's really good for this because black don't crack. So
Give me 1 minute while I reread my updated, better storytelling version that... Oh. I don't know if I can. Tarp can. It's pretty nasty.
Still working on tokens here, sorry.
You're fine. I'm still reading this.
What?
It's a secret turn order.
No, I'm just clearing it out. In the event something should happen, I don't want there to be turns from previous fights.
Possibly happen.
return the slab.
Ramsey!
Can you all see now?
Yep.
Yes.
Very good.
I thought you were gonna go with the oh god, what was that one? The return.
Okay, so the woman that was described to me reminds me of the card I pulled, right? Not the woman that was doing the tarot reading. And the room that was described to me reminds me of the room I was in.
Say that again.
So you said that it reminded me of my thing. I just reread it. So did it remind me of the card I pulled when he described the woman, or did the room that he described remind me of the room?
Reminds you of the card that you pulled.
Okay. That's not the card that is that the card I physically have?
Yes.
Okay, I'll show the card that I physically have to everyone. So if you want to show them that. I don't know if I can.
I should be able to. Hold on.
It's also very fitting that the card's name is the mute hag that I pulled.
Huh.
Dope.
So that's the woman that Xenesis saw and forgot, and Havelock saw.
Very similar looking.
Very similar. Yes.
It's a hag.
Actually, I showed this to Havelock and asked if it looked like this. Now I can tell whether or not
Remarkably
it
similar.
Okay.
A surprising lack of screaming in that. There we go.
Remarkably similar.
Well, anyways,
There's some real parallel.
you guys come upon a stonework farmstead.
I suggest that this might be closer to what we were originally thinking when Xenesis first looked through the eye, 10 miles down the road.
And there was a little sign hanging from a iron wrought gate that said Locknave Ranch.
Shall we go knock?
Let's unlock Knave this ranch.
All
He
right.
does a little
That'd be
drummer
me.
motion as if he's doing the ba-dum-tis, but like with his fingers, he's just hitting the right spots as if he had a drum set, which he's probably never seen before in his life.
I translate it just like I translate every other thing you do. Alright, I'm gonna pull out my sword. I'm gonna cast... Let's see...
Someone
I
was
wanna get
playing
ready-
with fog before.
Motherfucker. Oh, fuck, I can't use that there. I misread that. Alright. Fuck, I guess I can't cast everything because it doesn't last long enough. Alright, I'm casting Shield of Faith on myself. That's 4 minutes.
I'll volunteer to stealth and look and case around the joint.
Okay.
It's a good idea.
Okay, my stealth bonus is plus 11. If you want to roll that.
I'm
deed
gonna
is done.
use Detect Evil.
Okay, I'm going to
Scan through this house.
There is a strong evil presence directly behind the door.
Alright, it's right here, boys.
Pretty sure we could just assume we could just start shooting this bitch.
Alright, get the fire. Burn this bitch down.
I suggest
Okay,
we perhaps
Havelock?
wait.
Havelock, because he is our strongest single target attacker.
I again suggest
Right.
wait.
Just waiting.
I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense to buff and stuff before a fight, but
Right.
technically we haven't even opened the door. Don't know if we can even open the door, and we don't
Yeah.
know if Havelock will need the protection yet.
So, did I find anything? Any other creepers?
Nope, it just looks, inside looks like a pretty standard farmhouse, except for the cauldron sitting next to the fireplace, which looks rather new.
Are we still
there
thinking
is
that this woman's nice?
There is a rather young, attractive-looking woman in a green robe standing right by the door like she's listening outside.
Okay, I'm gonna get back around to Havelock, and whisper to him, young woman, green robe, just past the door. She looks like she's listening.
Yes, I detect.
Darp,
I'm gonna
was
nod
this...
at him.
Sorry, what?
I'm nodding at Ilix, and I'm gonna look at Xenesis, and say, "Nothing to see here. Let's just move on then." And I kick the door in.
Oh God. Okay.
Darp, was this back door open?
It's not a
Or
back
is
door.
that just... Oh, Okay.
Let's roll initiative.
Whoa, what the hell?
Yay,
Look at 'em go.
initiative that doesn't suck
I
balls.
appeared in the turn order and then disappeared. Nice.
Well,
My token appeared in the turn order and then it just got rid of it. I don't...
by the way, Dark, I see you got your advanced fog of war. Very nice.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Isn't it nice? Like, I like it. It's just... Well, it's nice that now that after you leave an area that you've been through, like right now, I can still see that there's an open door back here and like some stuff still behind the house. Like I remember the objects are still there, but I can't see tokens because they can move. It's just a nice thing that they've been working on for a really long time. Just glad to see it's finally, put in.
Yeah, it's pretty sexy. I've been waiting for Warcraft style Fog of War for a long time.
Mm-hmm. And it is surprising how smooth
it's well implemented. Yeah, they've clearly been working on it, and it makes the dynamic lighting look better too. It looks less jagged because of that.
Mm-hmm. Like it's not like you don't know anything exists in that area. Like as soon as you're not seeing it.
Okay, we're gonna have a surprise round here between Havelock and the young woman. Havelock, I'm going to need a strength check to kick down the door. That's pretty dang good. You actually hear her fiddling with the handle, and you kick the door as soon as she turns it. So it flies open into her face. And it should now be open, but I guess you don't have a light source, so 1 second.
You broke my freaking nose.
Is there no light source inside the house?
There is now. She flies back 5 feet and falls on her ass, and she looks incredibly upset with Havelock. And now it is Leopold's turn.
Can I technically hit her from here?
No.
Wow.
Even though I can see her token here?
I'll say she's got concealment from you, but you can try.
Is that 50%?
Is my detect evil going off on her right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, well, if she's got concealment, she can't stop a fucking grenade. I'm just gonna fucking...
I detect evil on her. Anyway.
Yeah, she's evil.
I wonder...
She's not evil.
That... Yeah. It's just the fucking handmaid. Suck up. Would a haunt siphon even do anything to her?
She's not a haunt, so no.
No, it's filled.
Oh, yeah, it'll do damage.
You're grenading the room.
Yeah, I'm fucking grenading her. Because if she's got total
isn't it
fucking hide from that.
It's negative energy damage, right?
Correct.
So that's fine.
Oh,
Nobody's done any knowledge checks to find out like what abilities she has.
Say.
All we know is it's an evil young woman behind a door, and
it might not be.
We're flashbanging the fucking door.
She is the evil. Oh, she's the evil source.
God damn it! I don't know.
I think. Well, I don't know. Are we a moral party?
Yes.
I'm
a moral
neutral.
character.
You are.
I know. Like she hasn't. Every bone in my body is screaming. This woman is gonna fucking fuck with us.
Oh,
the second she goes.
I mean,
but I kind of want her to make the first move.
I mean, if
I don't think she's bad. Meta.
Attack a defenseless person, that kind of makes us evil.
We have great reason to think. Our characters have excellent reason to suspect that she's evil.
Yeah, and not to mention after you said that.
But we suspect she's evil. But should we immediately resort to violence?
Well, that's up to you guys.
It's a little late for that distinction because you kicked in the door. So
I only kicked the door in. I didn't stab her.
Yeah. We're
the door,
coming
like
in,
she was like up
and
against the door, and you kicked the
Well,
door
that's-
into her.
Yeah, but
That's
I didn't
pretty violent.
know that.
I
It's not
mean-
like I just kicked her door in as far as she knows.
But then
It's not the
should your
same as
reaction be
punching
like,
her in the
"Oh,
nose.
I am so sorry."
I will
Um,
hold my
hey,
action.
I was-
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna let you
Her-
guys retcon this as a non-violent act. I'm sorry.
No, this is. Okay,
I'm not saying
guys,
it's a
fine.
non-violent act. I'm saying I didn't attack her person.
Yeah.
There's a difference there.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't say I kicked her door in and therefore now I've attacked her person.
Leopold is going SWAT team, and
Yeah,
and I want to go like maybe negotiation.
I will.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I will hold my action to shoot her if she tries anything openly hostile to my teammates.
That sounds good.
Okay.
And I swear to God, I'm gonna burn this house down.
I mean, it's
But
made
I'm
of
waiting.
stone, so good luck, I
All right.
guess.
So
With enough hatred and bombs.
okay.
Anyways, so Leopold has decided that he's holding his action.
All right.
Have luck.
Havelock.
All right, so I will step in and I will hold my Gabby's greatsword over her and I will say evildoer, and I'm gonna look her over more closely. That's a shitty religion check. Can I perception to see if I notice my detect evil on a particular part of her body, or is it her as a person?
Her as a person is emanating an evil aura.
Can I sense motive to see what her anger, if it's like,
Well,
I'm getting every
out-
sign that
out of-
she's an evil person.
Out
but
of character, I would
Yep.
say that like it's not unreasonable that you could tell her. Like it's not meta knowledge that you detect that she's evil. You can say it's like, I detect an evil aura about you.
Yeah.
Explain yourself. Like that is
Yeah.
completely reasonable question to ask.
Can I jump
Yeah.
over her? Can I flank her? If she's on her ass?
You can attempt to pass by her.
Alright, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna raise my sword over my head and say, there's evil all over you, girl. Does she respond?
Question.
She looks up at you and smirks.
Okay. Well, not great.
Wow.
And her lips part, and she tilts back her head like she's gonna laugh, but no sound comes out of her mouth.
Ugh.
Technically not openly hostile yet.
She's evil.
Oh, I'm well aware of that, but my ready to action means I will not be able to shoot her.
Well, if she does something hostile, you will.
Let's hope she
Ilix.
does.
Ilix?
We lost one.
Yep. So, I don't know.
She's evil.
I'm trying to. Yeah, well, she's evil, but you know.
And mute.
I think there's not a whole lot I can do from where I am. I suppose. Well, you've already attacked her, so I think
Yeah.
the
Badly.
the time for
The jig is up.
negotiations is past. I'm trying to dissociate my feelings from Ilix's feelings.
I feel like Ilix at this point has more than enough reasonable cause to attack this woman.
I don't know. We just know that she's evil and that we were coming here and we kicked down the door.
Well, here's the thing though,
Follow
like
your
you
heart.
trust your party members at this point, I would assume,
Well, it's
and you
up to
just
him.
saw Havelock attack this woman.
Havelock's doing Inquisitor things. This is 101.
Yeah, I think, because you're Inquisitor. If you see evil, you attack evil.
Yep.
All I can see is a woman whose house we've broken into.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see the evil like I do. I just see that shit.
Yeah.
Evil, evil, evil.
Did you see her smile when I said I detect evil all over you?
I think
I
you were
don't know. I
probably
wasn't inside. I was-
obstructing.
Yeah,
vision,
I was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, if anything, I was coming through the door.
Yeah.
At that time.
No, this woman looks nothing like what you saw through the eye.
She
the
asked about the house.
Oh, the house? Yes, very similar. Yes, nearly identical.
Identically identical, in fact.
Yeah, so I think Ilix will. It's about the team now. I think is her decision. So she's going to. She doesn't like it, but she's going to trust Havelock's judgment, and we'll see from there. Right? I know.
I trusted my judgment, and I fucking whiffed.
So I'm going to shift my bow, and well, I guess I can. I can't draw my weapon and attack and move, right?
By now you have Bab. Can't you draw while you
Can I
move?
do all that?
You can draw and move, and then attack.
Okay, then yeah, I'll shift my bow. I'll draw out my longsword and attack
Okay.
as soon as I can find it.
Heyo!
Hell
That
yeah!
was a crit.
It's shitty damage, but
Yeah, the damage is awful. But
I mean, that's like a double crit. Because I crit and then I critted on the crit confirm.
yeah, he did.
That's because is your crit range 17 to 20?
Yeah, it's a keen longsword.
Oh, it is a keen longsword. Look at you. Yep. Those will both. That'll definitely be a crit.
So do I get anything special for a double crit?
Nope.
She got 3.
You get a guaranteed confirm. Congratulations.
All right.
So you bring this longsword down on her hard, and it's enough to disrupt her illusion.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
And an ugly woman appears before you, but her eyes are missing, and so is her tongue, and her teeth are jagged and hideous.
Ilix glances over at you and says, okay, I'm behind you now.
See?
You bring it down on her, and you deal 10 damage to her person, and she falters at the hit.
Well, that's it for me.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hag's turn.
She is prone.
She is indeed. She's going to cast a spell defensively.
Which means I can't attack her.
Oh, that is true. It would be an apparent hostile action.
Well, I guess I don't know what she's doing now.
I feel like seeing a hag cast a spell, you would be assuming that it's evil.
Yeah, if you think she's casting it on us.
Fuck it, I'll do it. She's within 20. I'll shoot her. Or not? What's going on with the dice?
It doesn't... I mean... I think you would have to know. Yeah.
I don't know. If I see a hag casting a spell, I would assume that it's hostile, period. End of story. Like,
I mean,
maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, everything we've seen in this world, if I see a hag casting a spell, I'm assuming...
I'll allow it.
I'm not assuming that she's gonna,
I think
buff herself or, do something nice with it.
Next time, just be more clear.
Okay, that'll hit. You will shoot her. The bullet, you notice, doesn't penetrate quite as deep as you might have thought. And indeed, it after piercing into her and clearly dealing some damage, it's almost as though the muscles in her shoulder push out the bullet, and it clings onto the floor.
Well, I'm useless for this fight, so the grenade's coming out next round.
Gross.
Please don't kill us.
I'm throwing it behind her.
So anyway, she's going to...
Man.
She's going to...
Rolls, that's 2 nat 1s in a
she's
row.
going to cast a spell, and the bullet is going to fuck her up, and the spell fizzles in her hand, and in frustration, she... in frustration, she will try to stand up to provoke from both of you.
Go ahead, Havelock. I'll do mine after you.
All right, money. Huh.
Nice.
That'll hit.
I said sit down. Which? Mom, I'm home again.
Oh, she does not like that. Ilix, I'm sorry, that's going to miss.
Okay.
Havelock, you, learning from your previous mistakes, managed to get a blow.
I have to hit her body with the sword to do damage.
You managed to get a blow on her left
He was
side.
hesitant before because she appeared to be a beautiful woman. Now she's ugly.
Ugly people are easier to kill. It's scientifically proven.
But being quite familiar with your own strength, you know that your cut should have gone deeper than it did.
Probably still went pretty deep, though, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Hey.
Yeah.
That was double nat 6 too.
Yeah, I know. It was
We're looking at max damage, you guys.
Damage, yep.
Xenesis.
I think that maybe figuring out what she is and her...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get in there and stare.
Plea, you know that this is some form of mute hag. You know that she's not quite the mute hags in the book, which is good because those are CR 11.
Holy shit.
So yeah, she's
semi-mute hag.
Yep. And Plea, you can ask me, let's say one question with that roll.
What are her combat abilities?
She is immune to all gaze attacks and cannot use spell completion or command word trigger items because she can't speak or see. You know, a mute hag, the touch of a mute hag twists flesh like clay, and as a full round action, she can change the appearance of a grappled or helpless victim.
Huh.
Creepy.
Okay.
Like,
burn it with fire.
And you know that given enough time under the influence of this shaping touch, that you can have your age category increased by being under her influence.
Not a fucking again.
well, no. Wait, permanently?
Yes.
Oh! So it's
but
not
it takes quite a while of her
okay.
rubbing all over your shit to make that happen.
Okay.
You don't want to get knocked out and
Don't
stuck
get
in her
grappled.
hut for a while, but
Yeah, I want to get
probably
stuck in
safe
that
in
hut. You know what I'm
combat.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's gross. Making fun of you,
Xenesis.
Zuzu.
Does Genesis
Because I love you.
have the ability to ask a question of her own, or is her knowledge?
Her role, I don't think it's gonna get her any new knowledge from what
Gotcha.
you know.
Cool. Well, I'm glad I asked.
What about mine?
Even less so. Actually,
You believe
Havelock,
that she
you're
is
convinced that a massage from a mute hag would actually be really good for you. It might even make you younger.
Invigorating.
Get those puppies out.
Doing some tit magic.
Oh, I didn't mean like that.
Oh, you don't want no.
meant massage.
Should be able to
like,
massage
put her
your
hands
fucking
out.
feet with those.
Yeah.
Xenesis, it's your turn.
Okay, I'll stick with.
Fuck and massage her feet.
That would be a good idea.
It's a good idea. I think you should make a judgment.
Havelock, Ilix, or me are all going to be in melee with this bitch, probably. So.
Any meleeers? Yeah. Oh, feels good. Feels good. Well, I paid for that one. I actually didn't get a 20 yet.
So, Xenesis, what you doing on your turn?
She did.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. Are you moving?
She did.
Yeah, she 5 feet it already.
Oh, that's... Oh, that... Okay, it like just updated for me. Okay.
She footed 5.
Please.
5. I am going to attempt to overrun her. Thankfully, overrun is not the same as charge. Because otherwise I'd be way fucked.
I don't know if you can do it with people in the way, though.
It just says as part of a move action or as part of a charge. Or during a move or as part of a charge. I can overrun.
You can move through friendly squares.
Okay.
I understand his
basically
there,
it's like I kind of get to her and try to push her over instead of like charging at her, because it doesn't like charge would knock her 5 feet back. Overrun just pushes her over if I succeed.
She's vulnerable to doors.
She is vulnerable to doors. Okay, so this, and if it beats her CMD by 5 or more, she gets knocked prone. So that's
CMD.
a 21.
It's not gonna do it, my man.
Does it beat her CMD?
It does not.
At 21? Damn. Well, I don't.
Well, she's a touch hag.
Yeah, I guess I end up here then, and fail to do anything else, so.
Well, I think it makes sense that you would run past her, actually.
Well, I don't...
Trying to overrun her.
Yeah.
I guess technically it would stop you, but you'd be in my square.
Yeah, it technically stops me, so I'd be in Havelock Square, but then I would move to the nearest square. So
yeah, you're right.
Okay. Although that was a charitable flank that you assigned him to.
Leopold.
I tried. That's what I wanted to do. It's just flanker.
Can we just take a second and appreciate the fog of war going on, because it's fucking sexy.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, I can't see Leopold.
I can see in there, and I can see her, so I guess I'm just gonna take my rapid fire on it. Oh, that's my second shot. So I do my shot, then my rapid shot. So this is my main shot. Ooh, great. Awesome.
Second one hits, bullet stops at the edge of her skin.
Oh yeah,
falls
I'm
out.
completely fucking useless this fight, because even at max damage, the most I'll do is like, oh god, like 9? Oh wow.
Well, you don't really know what's going on. So
I did do damage to her the first time.
I didn't figure out her DR.
Yes.
I was trying to.
So I did. I think what was my first shot? You said I did something to her then.
Yeah, you did some damage before.
Okay.
This one did nothing.
Oof.
I mean, you rolled a 2 for damage. It's
yeah, no.
Havelock.
All right, I'm gonna try to. Well, I guess we're okay here. I have so many buffs and I never fucking use them. Fuck it.
Does you casting them provoke?
Get off my friend! And I slash her.
That's gonna miss.
Okay.
She deftly dodges your swing, narrowly missing her head.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
All right, that's my turn.
Ilix.
Okay, I'm going to.
Now I know where you see.
So I can tumble up to this square, right? That's a.
Yes, you can try to.
Yeah, that's a. I always forget because I don't do it very much. Is that a?
It's acrobatics
reflex?
against her CMD.
Acrobatics. Okay.
I will point out that we did just find out her CMD is really high.
Well.
Yep. That's going to provoke an attack from her, and she stops your movement.
Okay.
So back to the square you were in, and you get attacked. Oh boy, that's a 20.
Well, little hit.
That's gonna hit. That's okay. So Ilix unfortunately gets crit for her.
Yay! He did it, guys. He finally did it. He finally did it.
I think this is the first time one of my NPCs has crit anybody.
No, the first time that you've called Ilix a woman.
Fair enough.
Maybe in this campaign, I remember when we were fighting in Etten in the Bane of Magic, and you actually had to split the damage up between 4 people to not kill us all.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that will be 18 points of damage.
Okay.
Well, stand by. Let me change that slightly. You get Claude for 10, and you have a bleed for 8.
Well, that's good. It doesn't fuck you up because
He'll
take it all from one hit.
take 8 every round until he's healed.
Oh,
well, he won't take 8 every round. Actually, he'll take the
bleed damage.
I think it is actually the damage of the first roll. I don't think it rolls every round, so yeah, it is 8.
That makes sense. Like if it's a gash, like if it's a really big gash, it would bleed a lot of damage.
So Ilix attempts to somersault past the hag, who brings her claws down very hard on the back of her neck, and Ilix is now bleeding profusely. But you did manage to stay on your feet, so you're not prone.
So how much damage am I taking right now?
You're taking 18 total. 10 of it is slashing, and 8 of it is bleed.
If you took 18 all at once, you would probably fall down. Lesson learned out of character, guys. Anything that goes against your CMD equals very bad, so don't try to.
Hooray!
No acrobatics this fight. Unless it's your plea.
Well.
It is the hag's turn.
20s.
So I don't get to do anything. I just fail.
That's the move action. So you
that's your move action. You could still attempt to attack if you want.
Hell yeah, I want.
Oh.
Doesn't do anything though. Can't do anything with the 2.
No.
No, sorry, man. Okay. Now it's the hag's turn. Now that she is standing, she's going to take a 5-foot step back.
Mommy, where are you going?
Well, I guess there's a table there. It's really not that fair to do that. So she'll stand there. And she will cast another spell. And maybe this time it'll go off. She's doing it defensively, I should add.
Okay.
That doesn't provoke.
Okay, she's gonna succeed at that one. I need everyone to make fort saves.
Including me out here?
Oh wait, is it? Oh no, actually I needed one from plea, that's it. Sorry, I thought it was an AoE, it's not. That's no bueno.
You meant only Ilix, right?
No, only plea, sorry. Ilix has already Ilix already got shit on this fight, she doesn't need it anymore. Let's see.
I need to fix my con before I do that. 1 second. I forgot that I still have con drain.
Oh, cool. I can roll non-existent dice. Sweet. I needed a D9 because there's no such thing. Okay. So Plea, let's see. You, she touches you, and you feel a sickness creep from her hand into your body, and you feel different. You're not exactly sure how, but you don't think it's good.
So I just feel bad, but
yes, you feel
specific.
Gross.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. The onset period does not apply with this spell. The disease happens immediately. Okay, 1 second.
So I feel worse than ew.
Yes. Oh, of course. Why not reference a third page? Let's just keep digging down the rabbit hole.
I just love the Pathfinder way of doing spells and things.
They're like, yeah, do it. This disease functions as this poison. Okay, but I just came here from a spell. Fuck you. Just tell me what it does. You are considered sluggish, and you're going to lose 3 points of dex. Take
Thank
3
God.
points of dex damage.
I'm not a dex character.
As your joints stiffen and your muscles feel weaker. Xenesis.
You're right next to her.
Biggest heals that you can give me. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I guess that would be me. I'm going to 5. Can I 5 foot while sluggish? I don't know what sluggish is.
It's just a stage of the disease.
Oh, okay. So it's not an actual status effect.
No.
I'm gonna 5 foot to here and do a flurry. Well, first one sucked.
Those will both miss. Unfortunately, your old arthritic joints aren't used to your new state of being.
Motherfuck.
Your compatriots can see that you punch rather slowly, and you wince when you do so.
What the hell?
How did Xenesis jump ahead of Plea? What the fuck?
She goes before me. She was casting.
Yeah,
a
Oh
heal,
yeah, okay,
but
yeah.
She needed
Gotcha.
to figure out
I don't
the
know
dice.
what happened there. Okay, Alex gets healed. Plea just went. Leopold, it's your turn.
I'm gonna pop a wit or grit, and I don't think I get up close and deadly for both. Okay, she's still 20. I don't think I get up close and deadly for both, but I get it for at least one, so it's obviously gonna be the first one. They're both against touch, and then I roll another d6. Does the second one hit? The 10?
No.
Versus touch? No? Okay.
No. She's got pretty high touch.
Alright, so first one hits, and that bottom 6 is the
Yes,
up
first
close and
one
deadly.
hits. So 7 plus 6
total.
Okay.
Yep.
You blast this poor young hag in the face.
She ain't young.
It does a little bit less damage than you would have thought, but you still do quite a bit.
So how's she looking?
Bit bruised, bit cut, but not definitely not on death's door.
Yeah.
Havelock.
All right, I'm gonna cast Divine Favor on myself since I missed before. I can tell this is gonna be pretty bullshit. I'm gonna cast Divine Favor. I'm gonna step up and I'm just gonna yell at her. It's just something like fucking. I don't know. Leave him alone, you dumb bitch. I don't know. That's what I yell.
Get your hands
But
I'm
she's
gonna
saying
try
it
to-
like a real pompous
I'm gonna
command.
yell.
Leave him
I'm gonna
alone,
intimidate
you
her.
dumb bitch.
But that's my turn.
Twirl the pinky.
Oh, okay. Let me see here. So 10 plus wisdom plus dice.
Yeah, I have to exceed by 5, I think, to demoralize her. And I'm overflowing with divine energies. I feel like I'm gonna need that extra +2 to attack and damage for the rest of this fight.
You do succeed, but not by 5 or more.
Okay.
That means that he gets to do it again, as long as he didn't fail.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought
you didn't fail.
Is that?
no.
Well, you have to do it in a subsequent round, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gotta be
yeah,
the next time you're allowed to intimidate again during this combat. If you fail, you're no longer allowed to intimidate that target.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yep, she's definitely fearful of you, but not demoralizingly so.
Okay. Yeah, she fucking should be. I'm going with fucking divine golden light.
Yeah, it's pretty glorious and intimidating.
Ooh, buddy! Yes!
There we go. Illick's back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Mark it.
Your bleed is gone because you got healed, so let me fix that.
Okay.
Those will both hit. So 11 damage.
Yeah. So is my weapon seeming to do more damage than theirs?
Yes, as it happens, it is.
Yep. Well, if you
Hag's
guys haven't figured it out. That magic, though.
She's going to 5-foot step back.
Still haven't made my gun magic, unfortunately.
And she's going to cast a spell that will target the 3 of you. I'm going to need reflex saves.
My favorite.
I'd have -3 dex. This is gonna be bad. Oh my god, it's great.
Yeah, this should be rough. Yeah, I failed.
Run some quick math here.
Burning hands to the power of a billion.
That would be interesting.
Burning hands times -5, because she's not a CR11 hag.
Oh boy.
+2 resistance bonus on saves for me.
Yes.
Also, protection from evil gives you. Is that just AC? Or also
it's
resistance?
AC +2 resistance bonus on saves. And that was what I was talking about.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure if that was your divine favor.
No, divine favor is just attack and damage rolls.
Cool.
So Havelock, that's 13 for you. Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And I need a reflex from Illick's as well.
Could have sworn I did one.
I don't see it.
It's above.
It's right under attacks.
Oh, okay. Yep, there it is.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, Plea and Illick's, you will both take. That'll be 12. And Havelock, you'll take 25.
Motherfucker.
As a cone of cold flies from her hand, you are all blasted in the face with frost damage.
Okay.
Is Havelock knocked down from that?
Why would I be knocked down?
Isn't there something about if you take more than half your health and
No, that's
I think he becomes staggered.
That's a D&D rule. Yeah, I don't care about that. The amount of times that players take almost their whole health pool and damage is just too common. So
I also feel like it's like, all right, if I'm taking more than half my HP and damage, you're punishing me for that. Like that means we're extra fucked.
That's shitty. Yeah. So we're not doing that.
Punishing the loser. Yeah, I don't do that rule either.
You should probably heal Havelock.
Yeah, I'm fucking hurt.
Big heals this combat more than little heals.
Yeah, maybe a channel energy would be good.
Well, like use a cure moderate wounds on Havelock because he
just took 25 damage.
As a cleric, you can give up a spell to cast cure spells.
Which one are you giving up?
If his is good,
but you can roll. You can roll your heal and decide your spell after.
Yeah, it's got to be one of your level 2 spells for cure moderate.
Just to keep it moving.
Cure moderate.
Cure moderate.
Cure moderate wounds.
I told you guys I have numb tongue, so you have to deal with me all day.
So which one are you disposing of, paper wrestling girl? Death Knell?
Death Knell.
That seems like a fair trade. Well, what does Death Knell do? Let me see your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you fucking creeper. Alright, yeah. Yeah, that seems like a good one to dispose of.
It's also a very pharasmic spell.
Yeah, very much so. Okay, that's Zinnis's turn. Havelock healed for 11. Pleat, your turn.
Given the situation, I am going to move around the table to here.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, I do want to say that my attacks do count as magic for overcoming DR. I don't know if you are aware of that. But I have missed so far with all my attacks, so it's not like it's been a problem.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, once I have Key Strike, all of my attacks are magic for overcoming DR and affecting like ghosts and stuff.
Sweet.
You don't know what kind of DR she has.
Well,
you know, Ilix has found it rather effective with her magic sword. So
Ilix's magic sword seems to do the most of like consistently good damage, whereas everybody else seems to be like falling through. So it could be Keen, and it could be magic. I'm gonna assume magic.
Well yeah, I mean, the sword is magical.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, you're
really
right. It's DR over Keen.
Well, I mean, it's a +1.
Specifically Keen.
I mean,
that'd be so fucking specific. That'd be
as far
bullshit.
As character knowledge goes.
Yeah, that's fair.
It could be that. It could be that. It could be you have to have keen weapons to kill this hag. Oh, I'm sorry. I cannot flurry. It's just the first attack, unfortunately.
Sorry, man.
Which was horrible.
Surprising no one.
Leopold.
All right.
I didn't mean that against your attacks completely, please. I just meant that one roll.
That one was really bad. It was literally a bitch. 2. Why am I getting... Oh, because I flurried. It should have been a 9, which still would have missed.
Get to here.
Okay, Leopold comes running inside the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played enough XCOM to not stack this, not stack the squad. I don't like getting blown up. I'm gonna pop another grip, and I can't do rapid shots. I'm just gonna fire.
Um, 18 to touch will hit. And that damage is all together.
10 total. Yep.
Okay. If you had to guess, you'd estimate you did about half damage.
Ah.
Havelock.
Well.
All right, I'm gonna change my judgment to smiting, which causes it to do magical damage for the purpose of overcoming DR.
Okay.
And I will lose the bonus to justice, but I now have divine favor on. Yes, I do. Oh fuck! I had control hit.
And now we're flanking
She
finally.
glares at you angrily, Havelock. You can tell that she's... If she had a tongue, she would be giving you all kinds of shade.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Tongue, my glen.
I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna go, "Mommy, mommy, Daddy's home."
Oh, shit.
Oh,
And of course, I roll a 4.
You spent so much time thinking up a great
flanking.
line. It's 16, but you still miss.
Yeah, it's a miss no matter what.
You spend so much time coming up with a great line, and you're so proud of yourself when you swing that you forget some of your sword technique, and it flies past her, and she just, again, just throws her head back and kind of laughs at you.
Yeah.
Hubris wins again.
Can you tell if
Ilix.
this thing is... Have we decided if this thing's undead?
It is not
Yeah.
undead.
Oh.
Okay.
She is a monstrous humanoid.
I feel like I would have known her creature type from my
Yes,
roll,
you would have
so.
known her creature type.
Damn.
Oh, all over it.
The fucking keen.
I don't think I don't
You
think
don't
I
confirm,
though.
but it's an automatic hit. Alright, she's not looking too great. Let's see, what can she do here? I wonder, is that an AoE?
Fucking probably.
Fucking motherfucker.
Ilix, if we don't die after this attack, I could really use some HP. Just saying. Sorry, Xenesis.
Cone-shaped burst. So she has to... Oh man, she's got to split it up. That's balls. Well, I think this direction is people that are actually hurting her a lot. So she's going to try to cast a spell defensively. Let's see if she makes it.
Don't make it, don't make it, don't make it.
Yeah, she made it. Sorry,
God
fam.
damn it.
She's going to cast a spell at you, and I'm going to need... what save is this? Will. I need a will save. From Ilix, Havelock, and Xenesis. I'm going to need will saves.
Man, I sure would love to roll good. 16 for me.
Okay. Yeesh.
A cone-shaped will blast. Weird.
Yep. Xenesis can tell you what the spell is.
That would be lovely.
If she rolls spellcraft, she can tell you what any of the spells are and warn you. Yep, as she gets blasted in the face. Havelock and Ilix both make their saves. Xenesis does not.
She did not.
She also really doesn't know what's happening to her.
The pain is probably.
But she, Xenesis, you find yourself incredibly sad, almost to the point of despair, and you're just crushed by these negative thoughts, and you take -2 penalty on attack rolls, saving throws, ability checks, skill checks, and weapon damage rolls.
It's the adulthood
did she just
spell.
fucking? Yeah. Did she just cast depression on these people?
Yeah.
That's literally a spell. Are you kidding me?
Yep, it's called Crushing Despair.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. I thought it was literally just called depression.
No.
That has a +2 advantage on millennials, I think. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Shit,
Xenesis...
it's a +8.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's a +20 on millennials.
Auto
Too
crit.
soon. She's also going to 5 foot over here after casting.
God damn this bitch.
Yeah.
I would try to
yeah, of
channel
course.
energy now. Now would be a good time.
Yeah,
For
be pretty sweet.
that. Did we figure out if you have selective channel? I think we. You don't have the level 3 feet.
Do you have the
or something?
feet?
Do you have a level 3 feet?
I recall that you needed to pick a feat.
Oh, it's a charisma 13, so I doubt that. I think Darp went over this with us last time because he said if you don't have it, you probably should. And I think he was gonna make it your next one.
Or you could just walk back a little bit.
It should have been her level 3 feat. I don't know.
It's on her sheet. She has selected channeling.
Okay, cool. Then yes, just remove her from your channel and channel.
Don't heal the big bad.
Don't heal the enemy.
Makes sense.
Killer plea.
Please,
Kick her head
your
off.
turn.
Punch her in the face. You're not at your desk, are you?
I am at my desk. I'm just trying to... Is this a spot that Havelock can move to?
I
or
don't
is there
see
something in the way?
you pointing.
Right here.
Is that one?
Yeah, sure. You could fit there.
Okay, then I will 5 foot. And now I will... flurry. For reals.
I think... What are you standing on? I don't even know.
Looks like a rug.
Looks like a stonework thing, though.
Oh, is that stone?
Is it a mirror?
I don't know
What
what
is
the
that?
fuck that is. You know what?
I have
Yeah,
no
it's a
clue.
mirror. It's a mirror sitting on a rug that looks like marble. Why not?
Yeah.
It looks like a bunch of furs stitched together.
Yeah, that's what it... Yeah, it looks like a rug.
Those
a
will
rug.
both
I
hit.
can't tell.
19 damage.
Sweet. And they count as magic.
These are rugs too, I'm pretty sure, and they have like the same type of pattern.
She, after Plea punches her really hard in the back of the head, she falls to her knees, and you see her like hold up a hand to Havelock like she's begging for mercy.
I'm gonna look down at her. I'm gonna say, can I sense her motive?
Yeah, you can tell she's begging for her life.
Okay.
Murder.
Sense motive. Wow. Okay. She's attacking.
Leopold, it's your turn. Leopold, you see her begging Havelock to spare her, but it is your turn.
Nope. Gonna spend my last grit point and just let her rip.
Shit. Well, yep.
Yep.
With absolute precision, Leopold shoots a couple bullets from across the room that both penetrate her skull, and she collapses face first in front of Havelock.
Can they shoot through her dead eyes?
She doesn't have any eyes.
That's what I'm saying. How cool would that be if it shot right through her eye holes?
Okay, and with that is the end of combat.
I have a sneaking suspicion that this was not the killer.
What?
I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's.
Do you think that there's another hag with her eyes carved out of her head attacking us?
There's something weird going on. Like
this was something weird. This was incredibly weird.
If she's not the one who actually did it, I think there might be like a greater evil that she was trying to avenge or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
Yeah, someone took her daughter. Don't know
search her body.
Don't know the specifics on that. But I think what was happening was to get revenge. Either she was working with someone who did the killings, but she was obviously using the eyes to compulsively make people going by the line take these bodies to there.
Yeah.
Now, we can at least prove at this point, we can prove that the man who's in jail is not the one who placed the body there and therefore is not the killer.
Oh, yeah.
Because we can prove that she's compulsing with...
Well,
we're going to take the hag with us.
He did kill the woman and put her body there. It's just he was compelled to do so.
Yeah. I guess what I was getting at more, there seems to be something more going on.
She was wronged in the past, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or she's just fucking evil.
Yeah,
it's
that's
possible
also a good
she's
point.
just fucking evil.
Does anybody have knowledge dungeoneering? Because I can give you some more tidbits.
Yes, sir.
I might. Nope, I don't. Gonna search the room. Not today, apparently.
Man, I'm rolling 3s and 4s.
What's your mod on
today.
dungeoneering? Let's just do
4.
If you take a 10, that's 14. If you do guidance, that'd be 15. It's not bad.
I investigate the room and find everything about you.
Oh shit. Okay, just give me a second here. With a 15.
For later.
Havelock, you recall that one of the hallmarks of a hag is that their daughters are called changelings. And a changeling is typically dropped off as an orphaned child or replace an existing child to be raised by human parents.
Good movie.
And then one day when they are come of age, they hear a whispering that calls them to the hag, where they will either resist that and try to live a life of their own, but they'll probably be haunted by that forever, or they heed the call and go become hags themselves.
Oh, man. So this either was that hag, or it was that changeling girl who became a hag, or this hag was trying to lure a changeling girl.
The daughter might have died.
Trying to find her daughter.
Yeah, she's looking for her daughter. Oh,
she's
that's
still evil, so fuck
gross.
Yeah, in the evilest way possible.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck her, but you can, I guess.
In fairness, or actually, I guess out of character, or maybe my character would kind of know this. Like, if she was looking for her daughter, then her daughter exists somewhere.
Well, not her real daughter.
No, it's her real daughter.
It's her real daughter.
Oh, it is her real daughter.
A human girl would have been killed or somehow replaced, or she would have left her changeling daughter as like an orphan at someone's front door, and they would have raised her.
Does this woman's head look pinnish?
But
no.
But I feel that
I could have solved both mysteries at once.
I feel that now that we've killed the hag, what if the daughter is still alive? Which hopefully she's grown to be a semi-good person.
The pinhead girl wandered this direction. Like, I feel like that's not a crazy, absolutely nuts in theory.
I thought she went to the west, not the east.
No, she came this direction. She
did?
by the spider.
To bypass the swamp, yeah.
Pinheaded girl.
No, yep. Elisa, who got torn apart.
Random girl went missing and was wandering this direction for no apparent reason.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, just from meta, they're not related.
Okay, I didn't think they actually were. I just thought narratively that would have been a kind of a very neat sort of tie.
It would have been into my fanfic.
I hope we run into Tommy Wiseau Vampire again.
But changelings tend to be fairly powerful people. It would be kind of weird for her to be a pinhead.
So there might be a changeling back in that city that she's still looking for.
So it's Zanessa.
It very possibly could be. But Zanessa was born way after all that shit went down with the madness and all. Allegedly.
What is of age, by the way?
I guess another important detail is that changelings are typically born of a human man who was charmed or otherwise compelled to do the dirty with the hag. Of age would be somewhere between 14 and 18.
So,
gross.
A year and a half ago, somebody had a birthday when the murder started.
It was Zanessa. It was Zanessa. I solved
Wasn't she older though? She's a councilwoman.
I
mean, she was the younger of the councilwomen, but like, I
wish you had rolled higher because I could give you more, but that's okay.
I can't do anything.
That's
about
okay.
That.
We will.
Maybe
find
tomorrow you'll have some fresh new thoughts.
That's a good idea.
Yes. Now that we've encountered the hag.
Her body and
you can indeed. Let me.
I find everything about you.
Let me roll some random loot for you.
Isn't that the best?
Pathfinder, treasure generator.
I kneel and I say, Grey Lady, please shepherd this really super fugly kind of a complete bitch. I guess to the next realm, if that's cool. I suppose. I don't know. I didn't really like her. I kind of would prefer her stay here, I guess, but you seem to be pretty open to shit. I'm not doing very good at this, am I? Your semi-faithful, I guess, servant, ? Havelock. Love, P.S.
What? It's like so close to the man's prayer. I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess.
Is that the man's prayer?
Yeah, you haven't heard that?
No.
It was at the Red Green show way back when.
Huh.
Okay, you each get... let's do 200 gold pieces each.
Yay.
Off of her person. She's loaded for some reason.
I mean, she can afford those pies.
She has a potion of cure light wounds, a scroll of magic missile, and a +1 short sword.
Give that one to Alex too, right? And she can dual wield.
Hold on. Short swords are simple, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Can Ilix dual wield?
I don't know.
At a negative.
You're a ranger, right?
Yeah,
Two
there's a
weapon
2-weapon fighting feat that she can pick up.
Yeah.
She's
which
meant to be a
removes the penalty.
ranged ranger, though. Is what her intentions were.
Mm-hmm.
You can always change that, I suppose.
I'd say somebody else can use it. I think I'm pretty good.
And a thorough searching of the premises leads to the discovery of a stash of human bones upstairs in one of the bedrooms. It looks like some of them have been picked clean by jagged teeth, and further investigation you will find some fully cooked bone that was used for soups in her cauldron.
Gross.
It looks like they've been here for a long time, and she's just been slowly going through the bodies. The bodies probably have, let's say, a quarter of their skeletal remains still there.
So I guess he wasn't very close
them,
with his neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Or she's very convincing in her disguises.
It's true.
So did she have the last of the eyeball things?
Yeah,
I mean, he was all alone.
Eyeball?
She probably just would have fucked it in there.
Yeah, if you look carefully, you can find some shards of glass near the cauldron on the floor.
So we've got 4 now.
We have 4 of the 5.
Yeah, but 3 of them are broken, right?
No, 2 of them are broken.
Wait.
We had a broken one.
Yep.
We kept the other 2
So
intact.
2 are broken and 2 are fine.
No, the 3 are fine.
There's 4 total, though.
Oh,
There's
4
4
total. I thought there
total,
was
2
5.
broken.
Okay.
Because she had one and you guys found 3.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you guys
remember you
broke
said
one
there
and
was like
she
4 to
broke one,
5
so
from the
there's
people.
only 2 that aren't broken.
Right.
I ask Xenesis to use the eyeballs and see if she can find the 5th.
Oh yeah.
I think you're
there
safe.
is no 5th eyeball within 10 miles.
Probably at all. Are these like Palantir? Like they're only linked to each other, or?
Yep.
Or are they? Okay.
Yep. You can't get another set and link these to it if that's what you're thinking.
All right. Yeah. I was thinking also maybe we could use to check in
Different mobile
if
carriers.
somebody else had.
Different mobile carriers, exactly.
Yeah.
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 You have
These
Sprint.
are
Roman.
AT and Taldor.
You have Sprint in a world of Verizon.
Ugh.
I wouldn't hate taking that short sword and selling it and using the gold to upgrade Gabby's greatsword, but
I
feel like
actually
that's a
think
little
that's
selfish.
I think that's not a bad use of it because we currently have Xenesis has 2 daggers. One of them's like a +1 mithril,
And
and
she's
one
a
of them's a
spellcaster.
+1 bane,
She's-
like human shape
yeah.
changing bane.
Oh, she was a shape changer Bane. Damn.
Oh,
Is she a shape changer?
She's not a shape changer though.
No, it was
shape
an
changers
illusion.
is like lycanthropes.
Well,
like changeling. Oh, like lycanthropes. Okay.
Yeah.
Changelings would also be shape changers.
Some shape changers are changelings, but not all changelings are shapeshifters.
Okay.
Changelings don't actually shift their form though. Like they're called changelings because they start out as human-esque figures and they can transform into hags if they so choose.
I thought they were like doppelgangers.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was picturing.
Okay, so yeah, like Xenesis has +1 weapons, Alex has her +1 keen, you have your gun, and I have my fists. So I think that selling it.
Upgrade the gun here soon. But yeah, it'll be magic soon.
Yeah, I feel like selling the weapon for money to help upgrade your U2's weapons would be the best use for that +1 short sword.
Upgrade the YouTube weapons.
That wouldn't be bad.
So I will give that to. I'll just put it in the bag for selling, then.
Okay.
We triumphantly return with the hag's body.
Okay.
Smells awful.
Yes, it
I
does.
actually don't think it's a bad idea to return with maybe just her head.
Yeah.
Can we tell like how long she was living here? I know you said it looks like it's been a while, but did she like kill and eat the Lochnaves, or was she one of the Lochnaves all along?
No, it appears that she killed the family.
Okay.
If we alert the constabulary, I'm sure they can verify all this.
I also feel like if we just bring her head into the constabulary and explain what happened, then they can send their
power play. We're throwing that right on the council's fucking table. Release this man now.
So I mean, there's a wagon out there. She probably dominated the Lochnaves, had them go plant those stakes.
Yeah.
And then ate them.
How deep does this rabbit hole go?
It's probably impossible to know everything that she did, but
yeah. She had to.
Where's the diary recounting all of her actions?
Wouldn't that be handy?
And her
Where's the
sworn
exposition?
confession.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go to the courthouse.
Oh, we are doing the power play.
Are we?
You're taking the head there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we gotta stop
whole
the
thing.
execution.
Take the whole thing.
They're the people who could stop it, not the constables.
Carry the whole body. Just flop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, what do I need to do to resolve that? Will a heal check stop the disease?
If it's high enough.
Yeah.
Haha, bitch!
Son of a bitch! What the fuck?
I bite your hand.
Do you have that trained?
And then spit. And then yes, I do.
He does have it trained.
Jesus Christ!
Trained literally, so he can do that.
Oh my god!
I mean, I would roll yours too, just to see how jealous you are.
You can join him.
That's so dumb. Okay. Well, Leopold is like, oh yeah, you have a disease now. Let me take care of that leprosy for you. And he just like bites your wrist, and it's gone. You no longer have leprosy.
He just chews off the part of the body that had leprosy and just spits it out.
Now, you didn't recover the dex damage. That has still happened.
Yeah, but sleeping will recover the dex damage, so we have to
at one point
for another 3 fucking days.
God.
Oh my god, this fucking town. I constantly have to take 3 points of fucking ability damage everywhere we go.
Literally, the only reason I trained healing was for that moment.
He heals you so good with his fucking like hedge medic bullshit.
Yeah.
That you gain 1 point of dex back.
Cool.
That's called Iracinian hedge magic.
Iracinian head magic.
Yeah.
What the fuck was
we were
that?
all thinking
It's
it.
all
That's
in your head,
so.
but that's the magic of it.
That's so crazy. You're like, can a healer check do it? Oh. All right. So, you guys walk into the council chambers with this fucking ugly head. Like it looks like a shrunken head, but not because it's huge. Because she's a monstrous humanoid. Like she's big.
Oh yeah,
this
big.
bitch is tall.
Yeah, she's 7 feet tall.
She's 7 feet tall and 250 pounds.
Yeah.
She a big gal.
She's probably like scrawny, but like big, just big and lanky.
She a big gal. So you guys walk in there with this head. and the bard-looking man jumps up from the circle and the circular table and goes, "What is the meaning of this?"
Found your problem.
That's the problem right there. Got a hag witch bewitching your townsfolks.
Could you explain? And you see Zonessa is sort of wide-eyed at the event, but she hasn't said anything yet.
Oh yeah. Meta, you were thinking that was probably her, right?
I'm staring at Zonessa, seeing if I can divine anything a little more specific.
Gaze.
She looks shocked, and perhaps with that roll, a bit relieved.
No, the voice stopped, yeah?
Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna look at her and knowing what I now know of hags from my dungeoneering.
Give me a dungeoneering roll for today.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Do it.
Oh, fuck.
I believe in you. You got this. Nat 20.
Nope.
Okay. If everyone gives me perception rolls, because I imagine you're all studying Zonessa's face, maybe I can give this detail to you.
Is she crying? Those crocodiles.
Plea and Xenesis and Ilix all notice, upon studying her face more closely, that she has one brown eye and one dark green eye. Like, her green eye is almost brown in color. Like, it's almost a hazel, I guess.
Fair enough. Did we ever learn anything about changelings?
Well, you knew a little bit about them, but you know what? If she's a fine, upstanding person of this town, she never fully got changed, right? No point for me bothering her. I mean, is there the outside force that changes them, Darp? That's
the hag.
As the hag, yeah. Mm-hmm. Now that that's gone, she's not being drawn to that life, right?
Correct.
Yeah, fine.
She ain't about that life.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
We go
say your dialogue there, Havelock, because I know you had something to say.
I am going to toss the head onto the desk of the council people and say, so you may recall that I had some business of Pharasma to attend to in this town. This is the cause of your murder, and I'll explain hags. Dominate people and get them to do things, and I'm going to tell them if they go south, they'll find the lock knaves have been devoured in their home, and that she's been the cause of all this trouble. And then as I mention about how hags go after their daughters who are changelings and call to them and attempt to draw them into their presence so that they can turn them into hags, I'm going to lock eyes with Zonessa meaningfully.
She squirms visibly at the eye contact.
I'm going to say, fortunately, since this particular hag has been dealt with, that changeling girl won't be drawn to the life of a hag any longer and is free to live a normal life and hopefully use her talents for good. She
nods at you knowingly, that you're not outing her in front of the other counselors, and the bard-looking fellow said, thanks you profusely, and says he can't believe that it's gone on this long without anybody knowing or finding out. That they will release the man who is held prisoner, and they will alert the constabulary to go investigate the Locknave residence. And while he's droning on about that, Zonessa will interrupt and says, "What of my father?"
That's
really?
No, that's the Locknave. No, that's
why
the Locknave.
would you say this?
No, that's the other guy.
You have to.
Luckily,
You'll have to
Genesis
forgive,
isn't even
yeah.
in the room.
Yep, she's all back to the
yeah.
loft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Orlin Fell is alive and reasonably well in his home.
And quite grumpy.
Quite grumpy. Unfortunately, the hag attempted to reach out to him while we were there, but we were able to restrain him and make sure that he didn't come to any further harm. I don't think he has a particularly high opinion of us at the moment. I had to question him quite thoroughly to get to the bottom of the situation.
She, while she had been like sort of on the edge of her seat, like she leapt up to ask about her father, she is visibly relaxed at your mentioning that her father is alive and well.
Yes, I did. He was quite hospitable to us before the hag intervened.
Right,
and,
yeah, right up until the mind control.
Yeah, caused things to go awry, and I did leave him with a bit of coin for his trouble.
That's very kind of you. Is there anything we can do for you all to return the favor? I don't believe we have much gold to offer, but perhaps we could see you safe passage to the north. I believe you were planning on traveling out of the city?
That would be excellent.
If you can provide a safe passage, that would be great, because it would allow me to rest on the journey as opposed to resting.
Yes, we could certainly arrange for documents to allow you through Fort Wild.
I have one other request.
And what might that be?
We encountered a man out in the Nathras village. He was a high-ranking individual among some of the rogues out there.
Ah, yes.
And what was his name?
I don't remember.
He's just the king,
He's
quote
the Grey
unquote,
Wolf.
of Nathras village.
Or the Grey Fox. He's the Grey Fox.
The Grey Fox.
Yeah, that guy.
He's asked us to make sure you send all of your most annoying youths out to see him for counseling.
God damn it.
So be sure to send every troublesome youth you come across, especially the petulant and
the churlish
and churlish ones, his way. I'm sure he'll see them right.
And also,
it's a very strange request, but I suppose we'll see what we can do.
Just like a revenge.
He also believed that his daughter might have
asshole.
been. He
He's
also
a complete
believed,
dickhead.
He is.
He just avenged his daughter.
No, yeah, I was gonna say that. He believes his daughter was killed by this hag.
I feel like we should keep that
in.
information private and go extort something out of him for avenging his daughter right now.
Yeah, he'll probably pay us to see him and then not give us anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna extort us for the opportunity to extort him. Like that's how this is gonna go. Fuck this guy.
I say we leave him.
You must pay 100 platinum fee to see me now.
Yeah, he's gonna have an army of fucking churlish youths knocking at his door pretty soon. They're gonna fuck his business right up.
Oh no. Well, anyway, they give you the papers.
So they weren't going to escort us to the north. They were just allowing us to go through their fort.
No, they're giving you like sealed, like
Safe
stamped
passage out of the
documents
city.
from the council themselves.
That's as far as it
Not
goes.
everyone gets this kind of documentation.
Gotcha.
You will not be touched.
Mm-hmm. This is
we still may be touched on the road, so we should probably wait a couple days in town for me to recover fully. But
we're not gonna get extorted by any guards. We're not gonna get any soldiers
Yeah.
messing with us. Nobody's gonna razz us on the way.
we should be fine just resting one day, because after that I'll have recovered the dex that I'm missing a point in, and after that I'm only missing 1 point
While
of
we're here,
dex.
am I capable of going to the little halfling man and having him enchanting my weapon?
Sure.
Yeah, let's actually take a visit to the halfling man, because we have these 2 eyes that he might find very valuable.
Good point.
If we don't want to keep them.
Crash out. I'm working early tomorrow, so y'all have
let's
fun.
Let's do that next
we
time.
gotta wrap it up.
We gotta wait 1 more day in town anyway. So.
Yep. Let's do shopping at the beginning of the next time. we will be in Germany the next couple weeks, so next game will be the 1st. I guess that'll be Doll's game, 1st of November, and then the week after that we can pick up Carrion Crown. I will get the video of this particular game uploaded so that you guys can review it before we play next time. That way we are all kind of refreshed and know what's going on.
Sounds good.
Go.
So